Good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to High Top Sports. We are live here from Alma Mater, feeling good. The drinks are already flowing. We got our championship cups. Cody doesn't have a championship cup.
Everybody likes drinking a winner.
He's not sponsored by the national championship Florida Gators here in 2025, boys and girls. We got a jam-pack. So Stephen Harris wanted to make like a grand entrance. I think we have to roll the red carpet out. So he'll be on here shortly. I think Cam Parker's coming by. Ben Chase said he would stop by. Ben Chase was at the Final Four game. Cool to talk to him to see how that experience was. Yeah. And then we talked on about Wednesday, the NIL impact that it's made thus far. He's been talking about it. We're here at Alma Mater, which directly impacts NIL as well. We got our cups here from Alma Maters because they are partnered with Florida Victorious, so all things Florida NIL related, right? So this shirt right here, for example, with Air Martin on it, goes back to the Florida Victorious and NIL and those guys being able to bring back. They were talking today. I saw Zach Alverdi put out a article that I wanted to talk about if Howe and Condon will come back. So great Friday show. We got the prof live and in action.
All the way from Indiana,
Professor.
baby.
All the way. And then, of course, Swoda standing at 6'7", 7'6".
Hey, shout out to the wife.
Yeah.
Drove the entire thing. The entire 14 hours.
No, she did.
The whole way.
She
the
drove?
whole way. The entire way.
So hold on. When you were complaining to me about your back, she was driving?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Now, I would be pissed, too, if my nails looked like that after driving 14 hours.
Okay.
She drove the whole way, Cody?
Wow.
Oh, my. When I saw the video when you picked you up and he's in the back seat, I thought that you were just tired from driving.
Not my wife. Not my wife.
Oh, my goodness. I can't even talk right now. We got High Top Rook here with us as well, boys and girls. Shout out, Rook.
Rook.
We're feeling good, though. Having a good show. Look,
we got a winner.
We got a lot to talk about here on this beautiful Friday. Yesterday, Billy decided to fire up the timeline, and the Orange and Blue game will not be on TV tomorrow. So we're going to talk about that. The Orange and Blue game, or I guess teams were dropped. Figure we can wait on Cam. I'll shoot Cam a text, see if we had an ETA so we can kind of prep for that.
Yeah.
And then we got Nico, I'm going to leave Tennessee here in a minute drama that's been unfolding. So that's going to be, I put out a tweet earlier, which I thought was just.
Contract negotiations? When did they start that?
In the middle of April, bro. I mean, 10-4. Okay, in a bit. May. That's not good numbers.
He said spring portal's open. I think I need a bigger check to hit my account.
Yeah,
he probably does.
Look, maybe he's out there balling during spring ball and feels like he's pulling a. What was the kid from last year? What team did he play for?
The
kid that left in the middle of the season because of contract negotiations. What team was that? Not New Mexico. Was it where our boys at?
Yeah.
Was it New Mexico?
I cannot remember.
Yeah. UNLV.
I was like, it's where Dan Mullen's at, right? That's where. Yeah. It's very similar to that. It's like, I'm playing better than I thought I would. I want some more money, baby. So I tweeted out, I go, what would you rather have? 9 DUIs and 0 development in the quarterback room, a quarterback with no elbow, Lambo, or girlfriend, a quarterback who won't practice and whose daddy is attacking journalists, which he attacked Pete Nakos.
Yeah, he did.
And then a quarterback who's 4'9", of course, that's FSU, or DJ Lagway in a basketball natty. So there we are with that, with how the rivals are in shambles. Everyone's worried about DJ playing practice, and now we've got a guy that's ready to send it. I wanted to pull up the article because, look, Pete was what did his dad call Pete? A B, the B word, right?
Yeah, it was a little B.
Yeah, who broke the news that he was in contract negotiations and was not at practice. So
he was not very nice.
Who, the dad?
Yeah.
What did he say? Did you read what he said exactly?
A little bit. Then I think the tweet is down. I don't know if he.
Oh, he tweeted something.
I think he had tweeted something out, or somebody showed me something, and I think maybe it could have been the Pete Nakos thing, but still, I mean, like his dad would know what was going on, though. Like you would think, unless he was just lying for his kid.
Oh, here we go. This is him. More games being played off the field than on the field. The B word Nakos from On3 Sports called and asked me directly. I told him I had no idea what he's talking about. He said his close source that he trusts with his life from the University of Tennessee staff gave him this information. Things are heating up here, boys. Trust me, bro. It's what's going on. Look, we're seeing this now with DJ Lagway and his elbow. We got one guy named Hark Long, and other people, saying one thing like, hey, this guy's telling me his arm is going to fall off and it's going to be amputated. We have a full-blown hour conversation with his quarterback coach that says, don't worry, and people are like, no, I don't believe him.
Meanwhile, Carson Beck hasn't thrown anything either.
Yeah, because he actually had surgery.
I mean, have we seen an actual quarterback from the state of Florida throw a football yet?
Probably not.
I mean, truthfully,
That's a good point. The profess here bringing in great questions.
Well, maybe FSU, but nobody really cares about that.
They even have a football team?
I don't think so.
I thought they dumped all their money for lacrosse.
I heard they're still working on their third game, the third winning game.
Yeah.
High Top Brook, $10. Them Gator boys stay hot. They are staying hot.
And turn up my volume. He said.
I know you're all the way up, big guy.
I am.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
Yeah, you're cooking.
I'm cooking. Can everybody hear me?
I mean, look. You see, we're all the same. You see our audio levels. You see the audio levels. We're all talk.
Yeah. I don't know.
What do you want from me, Dave?
I don't know.
I think she said stand up.
Oh, stand up.
It was that hype.
I just saw the comment.
We are fighting our overalls tomorrow. I can't wait, Bozeman. I can't wait.
We should do a
volume's
we should
good.
do a little giveaway for a hat. Who's taller? Me or Solder?
Oh, on the guess?
Yeah, because nobody's seen us.
Cody just loves giving stuff away. He just comes on. He's like, you know what? We're just giving things away.
Guess the exact height.
On YouTube? It's like guess the candy in the jar here.
Yeah, but they got to be right on both.
You're not even repping the hat now. Oh, Mylon's got it on.
If they're right on one and they're wrong on the other one, we can't give them anything. Got to be right on both.
There's right there. You can grab that one for now.
And yes,
these are the high top hats. Let me advertise.
Just let me give you a clue. It's around the 7-foot mark for me. So
that Alma Mater has put together. I am beyond pumped for these. That we will be rocking and rolling tomorrow. Again, limited drop. We've got the shirts and the hat that we will have for everybody tomorrow. There's only about 20 or so. So if you guys want to get in on that action, get after it.
Here, let me go ahead and taste the winner again.
Sheldon, did your HOA evict you yet? No, they haven't. They have not.
Them fines nasty, though.
Yeah, them fines. I haven't checked the mail. There's probably some stuff in the mail that I need to go and check. So let's, again, the Pete Nakos article was talking about how there was contract negotiations, and then he missed practice today, which that was confirmed on Nico, I believe. Look, as much as it's fun to see this unfold as a fan, right? What's going on with that there, Code?
What happened to
Help the kid out, guys. Just a little tight. There you go. As much as I love seeing them in shambles, which is always a blast.
Great.
What I don't like, this is what we don't like about NIL. Like this, we talked about on Wednesday. Is like I can't wait to get rid of that mid spring portal because you have this. The fact that you're in the middle of April is just asinine to me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
this is just spring games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? College football does a very interesting job and a great job for content creators like us to just give us freebies. Mm-hmm. It's like a gift. Yeah. It's like coach pitch, stuff to talk about all the time.
Well, you wonder next year, like they get rid of the spring, and so is there still going to be canceled spring games? Are they still going to cancel them in fear of, hey, what happens? They're going to be playing games at that time.
I think so if they get rid of the spring portal, I think things will go back to normal. So that I think how this spring has unfolded, because they're voting on it, right?
Yeah.
That's what we talked about it on Wednesday. I think with how it's unfolded thus far, with obviously Florida not showing it on TV, other teams canceling their spring game, this drama that's gonna explode, and other players may look at that and go, "Whoa, I can do that. I can come in the middle of April." I mean, I don't think anybody knew that they couldn't do that, but maybe Nico's looking around of like, they don't have anything. They don't have anybody after me, and I've got a leg to stand on. So,
well, that's the thing. What does Tennessee have after Nico? And unless they, of course, the next recruiting class, but like,
who did they go out and get though this past time? Who was their big quarterback out of the portal? Do we know? I don't remember them being a big splashy commit. I mean, we got Tramel Jones. I know other schools, but I don't remember Tennessee. They could have got somebody. We can take a look.
No, I think most of their big hits came from high school. I think they supplemented some positions in the portal, but I don't think they got anything that was like a massive name in the portal or anything.
They finished. They had a top 10 class because we were battling back and forth with them. Remember, we just jumped them, so I know they have a pretty healthy class. I just don't recall it being. Yeah, they finished 11th. Let's see who they got at the quarterback.
Is that on high school or is it on overall?
This is high school. They got George McIntyre. That kid's pretty good. Yeah, I remember. Okay, I do remember him being committed now because I think Georgia was in the mix on this kid. So that's actually a pretty big pickup there.
I broke his film down. Definitely kind of the style of quarterback that they like going for.
Okay.
He is sneaky athletic, but I'll say he's not ready to play in the SEC.
Okay.
Not as a true freshman. He's not like he's not like a DJ Lagway. He's going to take some time to develop. So. I mean,
he wasn't nationally ranked, although he was a 4-star and he was 17th ranked quarterback. So, and again, Cody here, obviously our high top recruiting guy, following all that with the recruits and whatnot, you can see how those things unfold very well and watch that quarterback play to an elite level. I would say the class that Lagway came out with the Jackson Arnold, the Dante Moores, that class was really good, and we haven't really seen it unfold, and we're kind of in store this year to see some of the guys. Jackson Arnold, obviously, he transfers. Dante Moore. Is it Dante Moore?
Dante Moore.
Yeah.
In Oregon. Yeah,
Yep.
I love some Dante Moore. And then who's the other kid that same class? He's at Boise right now.
Oh, I can't remember.
But he was supposed to be really good too.
Yeah.
So maybe look, George, like you said, 6'6", 190, great size, but you're saying not ready to step in and be that guy. Although Nico, much smaller last year, was ready to step in and be that guy.
Yeah. Here's the thing with Nico though, is he was kind of a more highly touted and ready quarterback. And you know me, I don't like any freshman quarterback starting in the SEC, but he also was there early. He was an early enrollee. I don't know if McIntyre is an early enrollee.
It is. It says enrolled already.
That might help him. But maybe he's not great, and Nico's forcing their hand. I mean, when you got a full boat, push all the chips in the middle, baby.
Well,
why not?
He's still a freshman, and usually in typical cases, like a freshman can come in and be ready and start. Usually, if they're a high-ranked 5-star, like
Nelson.
Nico, high-ranked 5-star, Lagway, high-ranked 5-star. Like some of these 4-star kids, they go, they scout these kids and they say, how college ready are these kids, or what do they think college ready? Because sometimes they'll rate them as a 4-star and they're college ready anyway, and they just misranked them. But that's how they go by. They go like a draft system, almost, in a way.
Again, like that's a great point. Again, the 5-star guys, those guys you believe they're ready to make an impact right away. Will Griffin is someone who's a 4-star top 10 quarterback who we hope to see tomorrow.
Yeah.
Someone who I like a lot, played in the Under Armour game, and I think we can kind of wait and see how he's going to progress to see, look, how ready is he going to be. Tremel Jones has stepped in and dealt with an injury all last year, so we didn't get much of him in his senior year, but we've seen some of his clips. I'm excited. Look, I know people are upset about not seeing DJ tomorrow. There's so many guys on this team that I'm excited to see, obviously from following this team and to see how things are coming together, how this O-line is going to click with a young quarterback back there. How is this defensive line testing this offensive line? Mm-hmm. If we remember last year, the defensive line and defense kind of had their way. Who were breakout guys last year that we remember? Who before we go into it?
On defensive line?
No, on the offense. Just breakout in general. Who you remember?
Well, I mean, obviously DK's not here anymore, and then you have Badger not here anymore. But you had Mazzell who made plays. He had that Mississippi State run that got called back. And I'm just talking about the spring game. How it correlated to the season. Ball was one
Definitely Ball.
Ball. LJ didn't do much, and you kind of saw that correlate. Again, we liked the size, liked what we saw. Fletcher Westfall was somebody who.
Well, you could say Mazzell.
Childs.
No, Mazzell, he did. Yeah. Childs, Graham didn't play. He had the back injury and the surgery.
Young corners everywhere.
The quarterback play was very electric.
Yeah,
and the tackling was really good. So, look, the reason I'm saying this, like, these are things that I'm looking forward to tomorrow because it did translate last year. Now, it didn't
translate early, but it translated late.
Correct. It ended up coming around, and look, the quarterback play was the one thing that it was kind of sus.
Yeah.
Even last year it was sus, and we kind of brushed it off, and it was sus when we started the season. So there's a lot we can look into. We won't have the full package, obviously, with DJ Lagway, but. Yeah. Look, I think we'll see him out there. I think we'll see him running through the motions as if it was a normal practice. I really do.
And I'll say this, too.
What if we see him throw still?
He just
would you imagine he slings one, bro? The place would go absolutely nuts.
I mean, we're going to do the
I need one throw. I need one throw, DJ.
One throw tomorrow?
Over one throw. If he gives us a throw, bro, one throw would settle a ton.
Yeah.
If it comes out hot and it comes out spicy, it would really calm the nerves. And the fact that it's not going to be on TV, there will be a clip of it, but listen, as much as I always love to get, I cut you off there. Oh, we lost our connection here. As much as I would love to see him sling it, I've learned to know that Billy's not going to, thank you, sir, not going to give us that excitement. I'm always thinking, like, Billy's got something up his sleeve. No, he doesn't. He's going to stick to the old 1-2. Yeah.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll say this, though. Super excited about Harrison Bailey. You know, a 5-star. Went to Tennessee.
4 or 5.
He was a 5-star at one point.
No.
He was a highly rated.
Highly touted. No.
I think he was in the top 100.
When it comes to a recruit, Prof doesn't lie. Kind of bounced around. But, a guy that didn't really sit on the bench and not get any better.
100.
It's 495. 4-star.
Yeah, top 100. Yeah.
But not a 5-star.
5-star on some.
Okay, all right.
That's his composite.
It's still, I mean, yeah, he's highly rated though. So highly rated.
Touted.
Third ranked quarterback in that class.
When I broke his film down from his freshman start to the University of Tennessee, there was one play where they had a blitzer off the right side coming hot, and he takes the sack his freshman year. He goes to Louisville for the bowl game, I believe. Same exact play, same defense. He gets it to his hot read man, touchdown. That just tells me, hey, he hasn't been sitting on the bench. He's still been working. He was a 5-star.
Well, why hasn't he overcome the hump, though? I mean, we're even hearing now that like he hasn't looked great.
Well, that's what the spring game's for, though.
Okay.
He might light it up.
And look, I think last year, I mean, we all kind of know like if DJ doesn't play, the concerns for this team, increase dramatically.
Well, I do want to warn people because Luke Del Rio and Felipe Franks lit it up in their spring games too, and we saw what happened.
Well, he does have a win with the Louisville. With the Louisville bowl game.
Yeah,
and he looked great.
That's true. I think. Look, for me, I want to see what. I want DJ to get more practice reps. That's a big thing in me. Again, didn't play a lot with the team last year, even dealt with injuries during that season. So I still think there's valuable time being missed, but. You don't want to put all your eggs into one basket either. Like there is some pros to this. And again, we're kind of wrapping up a turd here a little bit, but let me see. We're all watching B-Boys and the mama Tommy Cruz. What's up, Beckett and Bryce? What's up, boys? How y'all doing? Good to see you. Nux B, give me some Nux, baby. G Woody says, where will the high top guys be tailgating tomorrow? We'll be in lot 1 or lot 25. I guess it differs between whether it's football season or basketball season, but it's the O-Dome parking lot, kind of right there off of University in that corner spot. Parking spot 259. You'll see us. We'll have a big Gator flag pulled up. Stephen Harris will be standing on top of the truck. You can't miss him. He's like 7'9".
Yeah, so am I.
So we'll be there hanging out, having a good time. There'll be a tent. Just look for the overalls. I think that might be the best thing that you could do tomorrow. Is look for the overalls.
For sure. Wherever you see overalls, you probably see high top.
Let me switch out with Steven. I got something for you. I gotta go grab.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah.
This is incredible here.
Hey,
hold on.
Cody is the
ultimate.
ultimate.
This on camera.
Okay,
man, go ahead.
Is it that good?
Oh, bro,
it's great.
You're a piece of
crap. Am I not the ultimate gift giver?
You are, and I'm so pissed that you caught me like this. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, Shelton, I mean, me and Cody had a little trick up our sleeve before we got down here. He gave me a call, and he said, hey, can you help me out with this? And I said, yeah, we need to do this for Shelton.
Yeah, I'm so happy, guys. Thank you.
Hey.
You guys are I can't. I'm so pissed off right now. You guys catching me off guard here.
Wait, who's this? I see some championship material fixing to sit down. Oh. What's going on, boss? You know all about this, right? Like national championship?
This shirt, Tommy? Tommy wants to know how much this shirt is. Probably like $30. Yep, $28, Tommy.
I need some room, elbow room, man.
You got the whole area, boss. Look, golly.
Here, let's just get up out of the seat.
Hey, you're much smaller in person. You're bigger on TV.
You ain't look at my midsection.
I'm taller than Stephen Harris, guys. I should have played defensive lineman.
You about to make me knock everything down in this store.
I mean, let me put you in the smallest corner. You are surrounded by boxes and toddler T-shirts. Just make it look even bigger. That's what we're doing here.
Claustrophobic.
Why don't you try one of them shirts on?
I love it.
Extra medium.
Oh my gosh! What are we doing, bro?
Hey,
we got to open it up.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing, Cody?
How hold you open it?
We got to open it up on air.
Oh, he can't see.
Nope. Just hold it flat.
This is ridiculous.
Right here.
I'll get it out.
Here, come on,
Yeah,
man.
I got you.
Do you know what it is, Harris?
Yep.
I know what it is.
Well, I got that, Dave. I got that.
From the boys.
It's from the boys.
Bro, what are we doing here, bro?
Live on stream, by the way.
Oh, no way, bro.
Of White and
Can we
Sons
get some
wood
scissors?
No freaking
get some
way,
scissors?
bro. Holy crap,
Oh, there
boys.
you go.
You guys,
Here we go.
No way,
Yes,
dude.
Sirski. And it plugs in, boss. You got to plug it in.
Bro, you're a
plug
piece of
them in.
shit. You're the worst co-host I've ever had. Holy
I do a lot better
crap.
helping other people take stuff off.
No way, bro.
Look at that.
Hot top boys, stay hot.
High top voice, stay hot. This is unfreaking believable, bro.
It lights up.
Yeah, I got that. It lights up, guys.
It's gonna
Can we
look good
plug
in
it
your
in? Where's the cord? Let's plug it in.
Let's plug this bad boy in.
Holy shit. I'm going to
Hey,
redo
that's
the whole
fresh
studio
shit.
now just to plug this in.
It's fresh.
Isn't that not sick?
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit, dude. Come here, give me a hug. Oh, I love you.
So Shelton, me, Cody, we all got together.
Shelton finna cry.
Yeah, fuck you, Steve.
We wanted to.
Can you plug this in? Cody's got me in shambles. I'm trying to do a show here, Cody.
We wanted to show our appreciation. To
I'm shaking.
Oh man, let me see if I can fit this in.
If you in Gainesville, make sure you pull up on Alma Mater, man. They got the dopest championship gear for the basketball.
Right
Wow.
Yeah, we lit.
Can we turn the lights off, Brian?
We lit, literally. We literally lit, for real.
Bro.
That's fire.
That thing's gonna pop.
That is unflippin' believable, dude. You know how many times I messaged what is it, White Coast Customs?
It's White and Sons custom wood carving.
I messaged him like 9 times to get it done, and every time I was like, it's a little steep right now. We're gonna roll off on it.
Well, now it's not steep anymore.
Yeah, it's incredible, dude. This is one of the coolest things I've ever gotten, dude. This is unbelievable. What I want, honestly, is for you guys to sign it.
Oh, wow.
Not you, Harris.
Hey, when you say sign, I just automatically feel like you're talking to me.
Yeah, I gotta get. Can we get a Sharpie? Can we? I know Brian's got something. I want you guys to sign it right now.
That's dope.
This is incredible.
It has a app that you can control the lights with too, so you can.
So you ain't even got to do it manually.
Dude, this is unreal. Are those tears showing? F you, Mr. Nobody, you little bitch.
There's a Govee lights.
Oh my goodness.
Tears of joy.
Oh my
RGB.
goodness. Wow. I'm lost for words. I don't even know what we're supposed to do with the show now.
We're gonna cancel the show now. I mean,
Let's see what's in the
Here,
comments.
move Stone Albert here. Let's.
hold on.
That thing's like 900 pounds. Rook brought it.
No, literally.
God.
It's really heavy. It almost flipped Dave over.
Golly.
He's taller than Dave.
Look at that, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody spit on me. My goodness.
Dave, you gotta hold.
Here, you can sit in my lap. How about this?
You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Oh my gosh.
I taught boys stay hot.
Golly, dude.
That's super fire.
Here you go, Albert.
Wow.
You can chill right here.
Wow. Sheldon hates surprises. I mean, I just, they're cool. They cool when they hit like that. That was incredible.
Supplies.
That's tight. Yeah, Keely, that's incredible. That's incredible. Oh my gosh, he's a big human. She's talking about Dave. Oh man.
He did stand up though. They caught you, Dave.
Oh, I know.
Oh man.
Now they're gonna put you in the app.
Yeah, they're gonna put me in there. What they're gonna do is they're gonna take like my full body figure and be like, how do you convert this?
He's the same size as this statue. We just pick him and carry him up.
Yeah.
They'll put you in Chat GPT, Dave.
Oh man.
Yeah, they're gonna put the photo up there. How tall is this cat?
In real life.
Y'all got me in shambles over here, boys. I got to drink more to handle this thing.
Ain't nobody hand me a drink though. Y'all selfish.
Hey, look, we got plenty. You got plenty over here. What do you
This
want?
guy wins
Coors Light?
one national championship, and it's just straight to his head, dude. I mean, golly. I love
You play
it.
bartender over here.
I'm definitely not signing it.
21. You got Swamp Head.
It don't matter as long as it's wet.
Oh, you got the cup?
Yeah,
I got. Hey, there's ice in the Gator cup
wait.
if you want some ice.
Here, I'm gonna try this one too. So
Watch out for the technology. This is getting out of hand.
Hey, it's a championship, man.
Hey,
You
quick
can't-
fun story. Cody,
you want
come here. Show your shirt off real quick.
which one?
So Cody's been following the channel and supporting the channel since literally day one. I was telling Rook and these guys because Cody used to do all the super chats before I knew what super chats were, and Cody would donate every show. And I told Cody, I thought Cody was trying to rate me. I didn't know what was going on. Like this guy's sending money. I was like, I never met this guy. I was like, I looked up Cody's. I don't want to say your last name. I looked at Cody on the Facebook and some old dude, and I was like, yeah, this is not normal. And he's like emailing me. He's like, would love to meet you. I was like, yeah, dude, me too, bro. I was new to the whole internet world. Obviously, ended
I
up
did
being
the
the
same
most.
thing. I was like, I'd like to meet. Oh wait, I'm coming on your show.
Yeah, one of the most incredible humans in my life. But this shirt right here, he ordered this. They sent it to him upside down.
First batch.
First batch. First shirt, it's upside down. He's like, hey, the shirt's upside down, dude. I was like, I'll get you a new one. Shout out to my buddy Tommy, who also has his own printing company. He printed it, met Cody at, what game was it, LSU?
No, it was the
Kentucky game, which we lost, so you're not allowed to go to any games. But and then I saw you wearing it. What game did you wear it for the basketball?
the
Maryland? I can't believe he still had it. Makes me get him a new shirt. He's still wearing the rest of discipline. Texas Tech. That's right. With the Angels. Yeah. So it's 1 of 1. It's upside down. I'm kind of jealous that I don't have one. I should just make them now. We'll call them the Codys. Flip them upside down.
Text me. You're like, we might need to frame that shirt.
Yeah, I did. I got to frame that shirt because 1 of 1, and now it's got like I couldn't believe I looked out. I was like, the guy's wearing a broken shirt.
Yeah,
incredible stuff.
Also, make sure you get these. These just came in at Alma Mater.
I'm pumped, dude.
Man,
I was wanting to get some of this gear.
What is this?
We won a natty.
Huh?
We
won a natty, boys. Let's go. All over my computer. Thanks for that. No stress here.
It's good, but it tastes like Sour Patch Kids.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm serious.
We should be sponsored by everybody. Like we just when we describe stuff, it's incredible. Like I kind of want to try it.
It's like candy. No,
but I know it doesn't taste like Sour Patch Kids.
Bro.
All right, give me a sip.
It does.
It's all in my cup.
Oh, all of it?
You got to try it, bro. I'll answer you.
Swamp Head Lemon? Here.
Try it.
I trust you, man.
Well, I feel like Steve didn't want me to like lick his
I
cup.
just left my wife's house. You got to worry about mine.
Bro, I don't like beer, but that's pretty good.
I told you.
That's wild.
Bro.
That's really good.
Yeah, I know.
Holy cow, that's really good.
I told you.
You want one? Want two? Want three?
No, that's crazy, right?
I'll take one in a minute.
No,
I'm
give me
drinking
my cup.
My fault?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. It's got lemon in it?
Bro,
Yeah, that's why I like it.
that's crazy. I never had that.
Give me one of those glasses. Which one do you want, Mom? Blue or orange?
Fresh. Whoa, that's crazy.
Cody will get it for you.
That's a crazy beer.
Ultimate gift giver.
Wow.
Go Gators. Love to see the boys together. Steven said that F this white people beer. Yeah.
I haven't had many different kind in my life, but if it's wet, I drink it.
Oh, man. Steve walked up. You white boys crazy.
Wait till you get to the tailgate tomorrow.
I told him I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. This is a long time. I can't hang with y'all that long.
Shelton looks small next to Mr. Harris. He is a professional football player. I am a barely podcaster. Yeah, he's bigger than me.
I'm a professional food taster now. So.
I love it. White Claws on ice. Mark is driving like a maniac. He'll need it. Let's shut it down. Let's be leaving when Mark walks in.
By the way, he said he is stuck in traffic. So
he's losing it. The little hair he has left, it's falling off his head as we speak. He's in shambles. He's in shambles.
I can finally say I can let somebody else borrow some of my hair.
That is true.
Finally.
That is true.
Finally.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. We were talking about the spring game. What are your thoughts about it not being aired on TV?
I'm going ball under this hat too.
Okay. Never mind. Forget that I asked.
Show up. Show up to the game. That's the best advice I can give you.
Best promo.
Show up to the game.
Can't see it.
Show them boys some
Show
support.
up.
Come through the gates. I'm expecting it to be like a regular game atmosphere for this game. Match with the basketball championship. So, yeah, show up, man. But I will try to go live. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely try to break some rules for sure.
Yeah.
We usually
if they don't take
do.
my phone at the gate, we'll be all right.
Yeah, I was wondering that because if they're, I mean, the whole point of it, I was like, I know. So when there was someone who used to work here who was basically Billy's right hand man, and that guy was a buzzkill. I mean, look, he's got to do his job. I'm not hating on him. I understand it. I knew Clifford was going to swing by. I told you there might be another star. Look at that, boys. We're cooking.
Get up.
Yeah, you got to get up, Dave. I'm going to be surrounded by just two monster football players.
Good, bro.
Dave's like, oh, shit, I got to go. Watch it. Look at this. Get this. Who's going to lose a foot? Oh, my goodness.
Now I feel better.
There we go. Now I look small.
You want to leave people beer?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. Saving it for the night, man. Saving it for the night.
Nah, they trying to get me, Cliff. I'm glad you showed up.
Man.
The slides.
Oh, yeah.
This is unreal. This is Clifford Taylor. Good to see you, man. What's
going on,
Hey, we're
man?
national champions.
Looking
I don't know
good,
if you
bro.
heard, but them Gator boys stay hot, baby.
I can't believe it, man. It's crazy because I said this the other day. I was like, I was up there, but every time I saw a video on University Avenue, it's just like a case of FOMO.
Yeah.
It was just like, man, that's like a festival right now, man. And like,
You
don't
went
get
to
me
the
wrong.
game.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. The Riverwalk was great. Best birthday weekend ever.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
My birthday was on the 5th. My dad's birthday was on the 8th. So it was just like unreal. And so, yeah, San Antonio Gator fans, they showed up. They showed out. I ain't gonna lie. Houston did too, though. Houston rolled deep. For the Natty, them, and Auburn. Like, I'll give props to Auburn. Like, every time I looked to the left, it was Gators. To the right, it was just they got the little palms. But
did we do better than Duke and as well?
We did way better than Duke.
I was kind of. I saw some clips, and I saw a lot of orange and blue, and I know that some of it was Auburn. Houston was very close, I imagine, but Duke, I mean, this was one of the best teams they've had in years, and I felt like they didn't show out for it.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I made a rookie mistake actually Saturday. So there was a point, I think it was like with either 2 minutes or a minute left, and Cooper Flight had a corner three. Next play down,
left.
A block shot. I left.
No.
Because I'm thinking,
it's over.
It's Duke. This is usually when they kind of like pull away, so I'm leaving. And look at my phone, I'm like, okay, up 6, up 4.
It's tied.
Wait, what? So, fortunately, I was like a block away from my hotel, so I just sprinted in there. And I was like, wait, Duke lost? And I was just like, okay, well, I'm glad we're playing Houston instead of Duke. But I'm like, wait, nah, but Houston's defense.
Yeah.
So it didn't surprise me at all that Clayton was clamped down the way he was. 0 points after the first half.
Stress.
Yeah. I was like, oof. Yeah. They're really putting it on him. But yeah, once he made that first 3, I was like, yeah.
He just needed to see the ball go in.
Got to see it.
So I want to talk about a couple of things. This was so fun getting perspectives here because we were all in different places watching this game, right? And I kind of learned, like, you're never going to be in the right place. I was fortunate enough to go to the World Series when the Braves played in the World Series. Yeah. And it was fun being there, but there's also something about being at your house, like, just and, like, cheering with your family, too. And that's kind of what I chose to do, and I loved it. But then, like, you're right. I'm seeing you at the game. Yeah. I'm seeing the pictures of University. Yeah, Bozeman's yelling at me, like, why aren't you here? And it's like, there is no perfect place to be.
Right.
I was happy I got to celebrate with Cody, like, guys that we grinded doing this. Like, for me, like, in my point of my life, I enjoyed where I was at. But, yeah, I can only imagine, like, you're in the stadium, which was incredible. But I think there were so many Gator fans, it didn't feel like an away game, right?
Well, from where I was sitting, it did.
It did? It did not or did?
It like
did.
It on TV
it did.
to me.
From my side, because I was, like, straight in the middle. But, like, the more you lean to the right, it's like you could tell Houston was, like, way louder.
Okay.
And then I had to take into account how big the stadium was. Because I was just looking straight down. I didn't look behind me. I didn't look from side to side.
It's in a football stadium for those who don't know.
Yeah, so I was just like, okay, Houston rolled. But every time we score, like once Thomas got that and one, then I heard us kind of get back into it.
We hadn't led. We hadn't led for the entire game.
Once he got that and one, I was like, okay, well, we're back into it. But man, I tell you, the whole time, especially like with those 2 minutes left, I was just doing this the whole time because it was just like, man, it's like, I don't know. And then, man, when Denzel, man, when he missed that first one, I was like, yeah. And then he made the second one, I'm like, oh, it's going to be one of them games. Yeah. It's going to be one of them games because it's like too much time left.
Way too much.
And then so.
Hold on real quick. In that moment, were you yelling foul or like, what was your thought process? Because, again, we're up 2. Mm-hmm. You foul there, they're shooting 2 versus we get the last shot. What were you thinking there?
I don't even know what I was thinking.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't even know. All I know is it's like I had my little Osmo and I was just kind of just like frozen. I was just kind of like
Osmo right there, baby.
I was like, oh yeah, right there. I was just like this, and I was just like, please don't let it. And then I saw 23 come up to the top. Walter, was kind of caught in that before said, but he got there so fast. I was like, please don't foul him. And then like when he just panicked, I was like, what's going on? And then I just see Conan dive on it, and I hear and I was like, oh! And then I just see the players running, the fans screaming. I'm like, we just won. And then like I'm hugging my old roommate who was there with me, and it's just like I had like 4 or 5 tears fall down, and I was just like, oh my god, because like I haven't felt really like this in. Like since I was a kid, like granted, like when I was in school, like we won a baseball championship, tons in track,
not the same. And look, we talked about it. Like, not to just take anything from any of those sports, but
the height.
It's just it's what it's from a fan perspective. Like basketball, football. I think baseball's popular, but not in the college. College. Like you got March Madness. There's a lot of hype behind all these things, and you talked about it. Brandon Spikes had an incredible article about it. You playing for the team. Oh yeah. Like. For me, it was an adult hit differently, but even for you guys who played for the team and now you're on this outside looking in, like you're like, oh, I think it was you and Brandon were like, oh, that's how y'all felt?
As a fan, it's amazing now to be on the other side of it, just to be rooting for the team and to be so invested. When you playing, you kind of like in the zone. You don't really think of it like
it's I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't know. It's I've played a game. I played college golf and like I high school golf, and you play in like an elite level, not the same as you guys, but. I could imagine like watching my kid play at that level. I'm going to be in shambles with it.
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like that's kind of the same idea. Like I'm going to be more under stress and more fired up than I know that I was when I played it. You're almost kind of in a swagger. Yeah. Like you expect to be here. You're like, look, I'm doing this thing. Like you don't know how much it really takes because truthfully, you haven't lived much life yet.
Yeah.
Right? That's part of it too. Like now we're 30 and Steve's like 50. But like we've all seen some shit. We've kind of gone through, and it's like it ain't easy being here. Like it's a lot of work to get into this.
I can tell you about his championship. I remember. It was a school night. I took a nap, woke up because the game was like at 9.
Yeah,
it was like real late,
super late.
Arizona.
Man, when Ted took that thing back, I started crying.
Oh man,
I started crying because I was just like,
it's over.
It's gonna be one of them things because I remember them meeting at midfield before the game, and I was just like yeah. But then when he took it to the crib, I was like, nah.
We ain't got it. We ain't built like that.
But yeah, my dad, my dad was an alum too. I saw my brick again today, or our family brick, 8621, which is beautiful, right across the stadium.
Oh man, that's dope.
But yeah, my dad, he was trying to keep me composed, but I'm like, it's over. And then when Dallas scored, all I heard was just. And I was like, okay, we got this. And then it was like, that's something I'll never forget. That, and then end up beating them like later in April in basketball. Like that whole Gator Slam, like I have a vivid remembrance of it. But it still didn't like really hit like this one.
Yeah,
because it was my first one really as like an adult especially as like alum. And then I know I saw pictures of. I'm sure y'all saw the pictures of Chris with his kid.
Chris Dorian crying was crazy.
It's like, man, I'm so glad I'm not the only one that was like feeling this way because it's like, man, it's just something about that orange and blue. It just does something to us.
Look,
it does it.
There he is. Don't get him when he stay high. We know like we get labeled as like obnoxious Gator fans. And we are. Like, I mean, I know that I am. I've seen the clips. But it's just like you get so passionate and you care about it so much and that you kind of just black out literally like on this like we did on the stream and it just
that was elite.
Who cares in sports? But this is like right now. Like this right here. We got 2006 national champion. I was a fan. You were a fan. You went to the school. The fact that this is happening is crazy. And why this is happening is because of this team right here, because of this the colors. You know what I mean? So it brings people together and like what this is now. Like you and I, we've been close and tight. We made content together. Yep. The fact that I was able to reach out to you well back when that was first year against Utah.
22,
yeah. And I wore you out on the golf course.
Wow.
Look, I got to keep the boys in check much as I can. I got two goats here.
Them down?
Yeah, we did.
That was when awesome. Bernie. That was when Bernie got. In golf.
Yeah,
he killed me.
Yeah,
he killed
me. So we played all sports golf. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't just golf. We played football, throwing
Frisbee.
things. It came down to the last putt though.
Yeah.
It
did. That's right.
It was tight. It was a really cool. Like shout out to Clifford, man. Reach out to him on Instagram. I was like, hey man, like you're a Gator. Like I have this podcast. He's like, yeah man, no doubt. And came in like. No problem at all. And every time I've seen Clifford's always been a stand-up guy and always hops on. So it's just cool, like what this is all built and put together.
Yeah, it's crazy too because like I feel like now when I was on the team, obviously it was great, but now as an alum I get a bigger appreciation for it. Like every time I go back and I like talk to former players and their families and their experiences, it's like yeah, this was something that was like really I can like show my future family all these memories, like the Orange Bowl, like I'll never forget it. I can forget the Cotton Bowl. We got smacked that game. But yeah, no, like the Orange Bowl, that whole experience, that whole season, man. I mean, that whole season 2019 was just magical. Like you bring College Game Day back for the first time since, what was it, like 2012 or something like that? Like it was just like an unbelievable experience, and I would do it over again in a heartbeat. So like I said, man, that orange and blue, man. You put a needle in me, man. It's orange and blue.
I think you guys lived the other side. You see the toxicity of this fan base, and I say toxic and lightweight because it's not. It's fanatical, right? Mm-hmm. You kind of understand it now. Like you probably are at times like these guys. What's wrong with these people? And now Stephen Harris ready to fight somebody.
Listen, man. Listen, I'll be serious about my Gators. Man. Very, very passionate, man. I love the program. And I'm one of those guys that if we're not there, I'm going to push us till we get there. I'm never going to be negative about the Gators. I'm going to always try to motivate us to get to where we need to be. So,
yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't do the negative Gators.
Yeah. It's dope to see some of my old guys popping out. Like, man, that video of Tyree. Like, people don't realize how, like, it was Tyree and Damian Pierce, the funniest players on the team. And so when I saw that, I'm like, this don't surprise me. That's just Tyree.
He's actually Ray McDonald's cousin.
Real?
Yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that he's a character. Ray McDonald, my frat brother, we're supposed to play together, but he's very funny too. So I think it runs in their family.
And the other guys played right before the internet, you were kind of allowed to be on it. You were right at the peak of it.
Yeah.
Steven played before the internet existed, so he like we didn't get.
I'm with the prehistoric
I love how
Gators.
I keep talking shit to the biggest guy in here.
We're the prehistoric Gators. It's all right.
But it's cool because like again, like there was probably we heard with Lewis Move when you guys were talking. Like, there's so many cool stories that, and we're getting to see more of it now. Like the TikTok boys with this team.
Oh man,
like that insight is so cool because
Wow.
we didn't get that with all. And I can't imagine with y'all's teams what if we had TikTok. We might have been in trouble. I take that
for
back.
sure.
Yeah,
and you know mine, we would have been in
Yeah,
trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Good thing we didn't have TikTok.
And that's kind of the thing too. Like even like when I was doing it, it was really around a time where it was just kind of an unwritten rule that you don't show the facilities, you don't show the training room, you don't show the. Nowadays, these kids are dancing in the training room. These dancing, like with me, like I did all my videos in my apartment complex. Like the only time I ever like did a video in the locker room was when I left. It was when I was finished. That was the only time I was going back to get my stuff. That was it. But yeah, like nowadays, like you got these guys dancing in the locker room. It's like it's a new era. And sometimes I'll just sit back and I'll kind of just be like, man, what have I done? But then again, it's like, you know what? Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they got TikTok, they got Triller, Instagram, YouTube, and yeah, I talked to some of the guys on the team now, like Rod Kearney. He's always asking me about stuff like NIL wise, content wise, and things like that. You got the freshmen like VB, Montgomery. They're doing their little thing. You got the basketball players. Elijah, that's his bread and butter. After a big dub, you know.
Air Martin, baby.
Yeah, you see him doing that. Oh man, that dunk got me out of my seat.
Man.
I want to meet him this weekend. I have a blow up of this photo, high def. I want him to sign it. That's the goal of the weekend.
It was something else, but so we might be able to get it because I'm sure you're gonna be on the sidelines
Yeah,
tomorrow too.
I told him, I said, hey, if I'm close to him, I got you.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't mind. Listen, I don't mind being in the crowd for the
All of
game.
a sudden,
But
Harris forgot who I was.
I gotta be on the sidelines for that. I gotta be on the sidelines. I gotta be like,
During the games, I like to watch it from the stands.
Right.
So I can see everything. It's hard to see everything when you're that close.
I got a strategy though. I only go on the sidelines for games like I know we can win. Like the cupcakes.
He said it, right.
That's my strategy. I'm like, I'll go for the games I know we can win.
Yeah.
The other games, I want to feel that electricity. I want to feel it in the crowd. So yeah, I got my strategy, and I just told the whole world. So don't take it, alumni. Please don't take it. Please don't take it.
You're gonna be a lot this year, right?
Oh yeah.
Real quick, $2 from David Street. High Top. Where's High Top going to be at tomorrow? We're going to be in Lot 1 or Lot 25, depending on basketball season. I guess it changes in the Odom parking lot. You can swing by as well too if you want. At parking spot 259. Look, we're going to have a blast there tomorrow. We're pumped for that. Tonight, right now, we are live at Alma Mater here with Clifford Taylor and of course Stephen Harris, national champ 2006. Boys and girls, we got 230 strong. Smash the like button and subscribe. We're like 30 away or 20 so away from 25,000.
Subscribe, baby.
Not quite to the. Not quite to the.
Don't compare. No, don't compare. Yeah.
We're coming for the plaque. That's the goal. I know I talked to you last time. You got
What's up?
So we'll get to $1 million at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh no. When I get that goal, it's over with. It's
you
over
got
with.
the YouTube plaque for 100,000, and I know that you got actually YouTube for an extra
Appreciate
one
it.
for Florida, which I thought was incredible for you.
Yeah. So like, I that's just me, man. It's just like, again, Chris said it best on his little pod. Is like I'm in love with orange and blue, man. And the thing is, it's like none of that would have happened without my experience at Florida.
Sure.
You know, and Coach Mullen, kudos to him. Shout out to Coach Scott, Coach Brewster, even Coach Savage. They could have told me like, yo, shut it down. But they knew that like anytime I go in the facility, it's straight business. It's no shenanigans. It's no jokes. It's no, like these kids do now. So I think they always. I'm so gracious and grateful that they appreciated that. Like so much so, my senior year, every time I came in for workouts, they wouldn't even call me Cliff. They just be like, "What up, TikTok?" And I'm just like, I'm just like, hey, yeah, nah. But it's one of those things where like even like at moments like when I hit like a mil on TikTok a couple years ago, it was one of those things where I kind of sat back and it was just like, yo, I did this all on campus in my apartment complex.
That's big.
And that's why I'm like, okay, if I get plaques, I want to get one for Florida. I want to get one for my family. I want to get one for myself.
Yeah.
So the fact that you two was able to do that for me, it was a really, really
That's
cool
awesome.
thing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been cool, man. The whole journey, just being in this world. I mean, seeing you, and again, we talked to you about like how you came from the Rams and whatnot.
I got to make my tweet that I'm here too.
Dude, it's fun, man. It's cool seeing all the content creators just build off one another and grow off one another. I mean, speaking of content, it's allowed for us to obviously connect with Swamp Kings.
We got to do it. Yeah,
we made it.
Yeah, everybody.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's good stuff, man. How you feeling about what's your take on this whole spring? Stephen Harris didn't answer you yet, but your take. Get him some more swamp. Get him some more swamp head.
Hey man, that thing that good.
That's mine.
What mine?
I'm orange. You're blue.
Okay.
Hey,
Cheers.
I do want to let these guys get in here and chit chat with you and pick your brain a little bit too. I know Cody this would be a dream of his to sit between you two guys and chit chat. So let me ask one last question and then I'll let Cody rock and roll. But Cliff, what's your thoughts on them taking off TV tomorrow and kind of how the spring game is rolling out? NIL is doing that, which you're a big fan of NIL.
Yeah.
Like there's from that perspective because NIL you didn't have it; it came right after you. Which would have been, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Hello.
Oh my God, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah. But it's good and bad, and this is the bad of it, right?
Yep.
What's your thoughts on it?
Man, it's not a pivot from Florida, but it's like NIL has been taking just like a crazy leap. Sometimes in the right direction, sometimes in the wrong one. I mean, Full Wiley, number 12 from South Carolina, portal. The point guard for USC. From South Carolina, yeah, she hit the portal, but yeah, no, NIL, it's like I got a love-hate relationship with it. Like, even today, you're hearing stuff about Nico having like contract disputes.
We were talking about that earlier, bro. It's crazy.
And it's like
sitting out practice
for
not a game.
Not a game.
We're talking about practice.
So I feel like that part of it. I feel like it takes. And it's hard for me to say it, but like I feel like it takes the love of the game away from some of these kids because they feel like, okay, we got this money. You know, in college, like NIL, they just say forget the NFL. That's why there was one thing I remember Primetime was saying, I think it was on the All the Smoke podcast. He's like, I'm not worried about any NIL, I'm worried about the NFL.
Yeah.
And I feel like there has to be a balance, and dare I say, the NCAA should get involved because you know how we feel about it.
Yeah.
But there needs to be some balance, and there needs to be some leveraging. But
needs to be a governor on it,
right? Because. Now, don't get me wrong. Like you're gonna have your donors, things like that. Like that's fine and dandy, but it's like you gotta learn that this is still college. You still got one more step ahead until you're at that level. So for me, NIL is great, but at the same time, it's like it needs some sort of
gotta find the sweet spot. It's what makes it
that's
great.
The thing. It's like the sweet spot, but it's like what is that sweet spot?
That's what's tough. And some of the players now might like hate hearing the older players like you guys say that. But I think your perspective is healthy because. You kind of realize that as you've gotten older and you've experienced things, like it's not all about just the bag. And you've talked about it before. Yeah. It's like when again going through this and kind of back to that mentality of being a football player. When you left, you even talked, hey, like you kind of got away from Florida football. You wanted to get off on your own.
Yeah.
Then you realize how important it was and how great it was to be here. So.
Seeing it fall off so far, it's like, nah, I can't just sit back and watch it do that. Voice, I gotta say something.
I think you being here has been coming back has been great for Gator Nation. It's been special. Yeah. Let's let Cody get in here and pick. You stay because I want him to talk with you. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Let him chat with you guys. Yeah. Cody's well knowledgeable, and then we'll let Dave get in here because I hug the mic too much sometimes.
See, what's your I know I follow you, but like, what's your Twitter or X?
Keep kind of. We good?
There we go.
All right, guys, time to go. Mark's here.
Are y'all going to that Victorious thing?
I think I might have to.
Yeah. I'll go there right after this. And then I gotta hit up my Canes later.
Where's that?
It's at the Is that at the baseball or softball stadium? I think it's the baseball stadium.
Florida Victorious event?
Yeah, let me check. It's at Katie C. Presley. No, that's softball.
Anybody know in the chat? Anybody in the chat say where is that?
Yeah. I think it's
not yet.
It's the softball stadium, I believe. Yeah, KDC. Yeah, that's softball.
All right, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's plenty of water in there.
This is my one podcast appearance of year. I've been waiting for my royalty check in the mail, Shelton. Your cameo.
So obviously, two former players from two different eras, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel that the podcast stuff has helped you guys kind of get back re-ingrained with the University of Florida?
Well, I'm a reoccurring guest, so 95% of the time I usually tune into what these guys got to say. But But yeah, me personally, I love doing podcasts. I love just especially communicating, getting different perspectives of everyone. Because I feel like nowadays I feel like I see more like just individuals doing their own thing. But it's like you got the whole crew here. You got Steve giving his player perspective. I can throw mine in every once in a while. But yeah, podcasting for me, I love it. I can't speak for Steve, but I'm sure he loves it too. But especially when it comes to the Gators, like I could sit here and talk about the Gators from midnight to 11:59 p.m. I could do it all day. So yeah, I personally love coming on here for sure.
Yeah, man. For me, just getting my voice out there. People realizing the influence that I have, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's been great connecting with the fans. That's probably the most that I love about it. I love the fans, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
anyway, I can give back to them. All the energy they poured into us, all the cheers in the stadium just mean a lot to me. And the school just means so much to me. What it's done for me, what it's done for my family, my friends, and just all the people that I went to school with, their passion for it. It's just big time, man. So being on here, being able to give back and give my perspective and people value it, just means that I kind of know what I'm doing or know what I'm talking about, and that I was important to the school and important to the program enough that people will want to hear me. So that makes me feel great.
Yeah, man. It was fun. It's cool seeing Brandon was out there. Yeah, the Wilburs, they were out there. It's a whole bunch of alum out there, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you guys. I saw your video. It seemed like it was a whole bunch of Gators out there.
Oh, it was, but it was a lot of Houston.
For real?
Oh yeah. I only saw the good side. But on the right, it was. Oh, it was loud.
I guess because we see the clips from our side. But you being there.
Yeah, and that was the only side I cared about. Our side. Yeah.
But I could hear it in the stadium. I was like, man, it sounded like a real home game for Houston in there.
Yeah, and it was crazy because like Houston, I mean, they just came out and man, they just went on this run. And man, they threw a lob in the first. I was like, oh god.
Yeah, it was the dunk for me. The dunk, I say,
that got me. I was like, oof, this ain't looking too good, boy.
And I was in Tampa at Revelas, is a bar in Tampa. But man, I was like, I haven't watched a game in front of people live in so long, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Man, especially when we were down, I was like, it was so silent in there. I was like, I gotta go.
Man, we got the 12. Man, I kept texting my homeboys. I'm like, are we doomed? Are we in trouble right now? But
you should have tuned into us because we were all about it from the very beginning. We knew they were battle tested and a team that has proven themselves game after game after game.
Yeah, when Thomas got that and one, I was like, okay, this is where it happens. Yeah. But it was crazy because like every time we would like close it within 6 or like 4 or 2. 3. And I'm like, dang,
pull away a little bit more,
Yeah, but man, it's just like, and even as I sit here now, because I rewatched the game a couple nights ago, like from start to finish, and I was just like, this has been the story of our team all tournament.
All tournament, bro.
Except the first game, like from the UConn game on, it's like this has been the story of the tournament. Just come back from behind, bounce back, let Walter, Thomas, whoever needs to take over. And that's the thing too, it's like, not taking anything away from Walter. Walter was phenomenal. We do not win that game without Will.
No.
We don't win that game without Will. No. We do not win that game because it's like, man, he was
the big shots in the beginning of the game. Yeah, every time we needed something, he was there.
Because I know he was struggling like the first couple games, but it's like, man, like once he got going, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You leave Walter out there. We got Will. We got Elijah. We got Hogg. We got Condon. Like we got weapons.
Will was confident. He was confident shooting it too. He was confident pulling up.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like the first half. I mean, it was straight WWE out there, man. It was like, I mean, they only like we only had one team foul. I think.
Yeah,
it was only one. I don't think they had any. No. They had like 1 or 2, but that was it.
Yeah.
The second half.
Whistle
everywhere.
Whistle
I was
like, they had to stretch that thing out for commercials.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that was another thing, man. Oh man, that was the worst. That was the worst, man.
So we timed it 40 minutes for the first half.
It was like quick. It was very quick.
It was like an hour and 40 minutes for the second half. It was something wild.
The last 4 minutes was like
forever.
30 minutes.
Yeah, it was forever. It was forever.
So I asked Stephen Harris this on the ride up. We went and picked him up. How do you feel that this regime has opened their doors to players? I'll go ahead and give both of you a chance to say, but With regime changes of coaches, sometimes former players aren't always welcomed to open practices and stuff. How do you feel that Billy Napier and company has kind of opened the door for you guys?
I feel like he did from the jump, and that was like one thing that he made a priority for us. Because like I remember that first year he came in, that's when Swamp Alumni was in effect, and so they gave us our own like section, our own block section, Section 23, we're all there with our friends and our families, and so we always stay in tune with each other. And then in the summer, we always have like a little get together. It's usually whenever they have a scrimmage, like in August. But yeah, Billy, like he stays around. And speaking of Billy, I saw him this weekend. I saw him with his family. He was in great spirit.
Yeah.
That was the happiest I've seen him. He was like, man, these guys
talked about that on the way.
He's like, yeah, man, these guys gonna bring it home. But yeah, Billy and that whole staff. And the good thing about it is some of the staff, former players.
Yeah.
You got Brandon, you got Mr. Stephen Ali, former players that notices and that know the experience. So it's like they definitely make it a lot easier for all of us. But yeah, it's really refreshing seeing all of us together, like whether it's on Saturdays, whether tomorrow. Yeah. It's just for me, because for y'all, like I remember watching y'all as a kid. And now I'm talking to y'all as if we've known each other for years. It's like I'm like Mr. Wilbur, I remember you. James Smith, I remember you. Chris Leaks from Charlotte, like homeboy, like Chris Leak, I know you. And it's just like now talking to them and like learning their experiences and hearing about it, especially now because I'm only 26, so it's like whenever I hear these stories, I still kind of geek out a little bit. But sometimes I gotta remind myself, I'm like, man, I ran out of the same tunnel as these guys.
Yeah.
As these guys. So it's like, and that's one thing about it. I'll never forget that first time I ran out that tunnel. You want to talk about? I mean, granted, we were playing Towson or UT Martin or something like that. Man, the tears I had running out that tunnel was just uncontrollable. Because for me, because growing up, I was a hooper. That was all I did growing up. Now college football, all day, every day. But never in a million years did I think I would, play football, let alone for the Gators. And that's the thing too. It's like, I appreciate it so much more now because in the moment I'm just like, okay, we got to get to practice. We got to get to work. Come in here and do the work.
Yeah.
But when you're done, it's like, man,
you don't appreciate it until it's done.
Yeah. And that's why like now and like in things like the national championship, I get so emotional about it because it's like, for the rest of my life, I can say that like not only was I a part of this family, part of this community, but like I put on those colors.
Yeah.
Which is a dream of dreams, like something just getting accepted to Florida was good for me. Like that was more than enough for me. But like playing football, it was like, come on, man. Come on, man. So that's why like for me, Florida, like it's like this for the rest of my life. Like it never ever gets old. No matter how many times I come back up here, it just never gets old.
Yeah. Soon as I hit like that little patch on 75.
Where we see all the no part. Yeah.
I say I'm home, baby.
Yep.
I'm home.
Yep.
But to what he was asking, just this coaching staff and connecting with the former players and stuff like that, they've been great, man.
You actually got a shout out on a Florida Victorious by Coach Chapman himself. There in his video.
Oh, wow. Okay, awesome, man. I didn't catch it. But yeah, Coach Chapman has been fantastic. I know the defensive linemen, we're getting together to plan our second barbecue where we get together with all the defensive linemen and just talk with those guys. But it's important, like you said, for us to get together and share those stories because that's – and I when I first got on after Swamp Kings and started talking, I apologized to Gator Nation for not being around because you almost feel like you're leaving in good hands because we won a championship after I left.
Right.
So I'm thinking like, okay, it's in good hands. Everybody's gonna pass everything down that's supposed to be, but it doesn't get passed down, and then you lose a whole coaching staff that they get rid of the training room, they get rid of. Winning is a whole culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody who's part of it has a hand in it, all the way down to the training staff. Yeah. So when you replace certain people and you get rid of whole units, you're going to lose that history, especially if we're not coming back. So they're not going to know what it takes. They're not going to. That's why when Swamp Kings came out, it was such a big shock to be like, man, you guys were doing that. Like nobody heard the stories.
Yeah.
Like why are you so shocked that we were doing that? So the stories never made it down. So for us to come back and be able to bridge the gaps between the different generations of Gators that's been here is important to get those stories. So we know what it takes to win, and we never forget that again. So it's my hope that more players. I'm working on Reggie Nelson.
Man,
he's in my group
Reggie,
chat. Marcus Thomas, Ray McDonald, Jarvis Moss, all those guys. They'll be back this year.
Oh, yeah.
So it just, and we learned from the older. We had Gerard Warren and Andre Davis and those guys that came back and poured into us when I was here.
Yeah.
So they were very instrumental in setting us up. So it's important that we come back, and I think this coaching staff does a great job.
They're very welcoming, open arms for sure.
Yeah, I'll say obviously not with football, but when I was in the Marine Corps, it was the same thing. When the honor guard came in, Iwo Jima survivors, World War II survivors, stuff like that, they would come in and they would always harass us. You guys are soft, stuff like that. Same thing in football, right?
Yeah.
But what? You just you said, like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And the same thing for maybe you. The program wouldn't be where it was at if it wasn't for this man here.
Yeah.
And so I kind of draw the same line of the honor guard and the Marine Corps when the old timers used to come in and make fun of us and say we were soft and not squared away. But it's the same thing.
Yeah, when Coach Mullen brought his crew in, he reminded us.
Oh yeah,
he was like, hey,
he was there. He knew.
Oh yeah, like he was like, yo, this happened, this ain't gonna work. Oh yeah, I think it was my junior year. Before every practice, they would show us a hype video, and it would always be of y'all.
Yeah.
Of y'all. So all of those midnight lists that they saw in Swamp Kings, I'm like,
you already saw it.
Yeah, I seen all of that, man. Like y'all with the eye black and the fake paint. I'm like, yeah. Y'all was in boot camp. So every day they would just show us a new clip, man. And
that's good.
And it would just always just get us going. And then like I said earlier, the Auburn game, it felt like the Swamp that I remember game day for the LSU game. I remember game day for the Miami game day for the FSU game when we were dominant. And it was like, yo, we're starting to
feel it.
We're getting that feeling back because at least in my case, I was a walk on. So for us, we got to stay home and just meet the team, on Saturday. So I'll never forget. I remember just waking up and I could hear game day across the street, and I was staying at the Standard on University.
Okay.
And so I believe game day was around the Marston Live West area, so it's a little 5-minute walk. Yeah. But I could literally walk out my door or walk out to my patio and hear it. I was just like, yo, are we back?
Yeah.
Are we back?
Yeah.
We had the throwbacks.
Yeah.
Everything. It was just you get certain moments and you never want to lose that feeling. So that's why I'm really, really rooting for Billy, because I've had countless conversations with him. Amazing guy, amazing family man, amazing recruiter, and I'm just itching and urging for that feeling to come back.
Yeah.
We got a couple opportunities. I'm I don't want to jinx it knock on wood, but it's
around here.
Man, I'm telling you they bring game day here for that Texas game or that even that FSU game FSU
Not Texas,
but
Texas.
that Texas game, it's hey, come on now. So
Real quick, we got Super Chat. J. Ray, $5. Of the 4 losses throughout the whole season, amazing. Which game would you want back?
Oh, Miami.
But Miami.
Yeah, Miami,
Number
man.
one
They were talking
list.
crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I ain't never really had a problem with Miami because, for me, at least growing up, we would always beat them for the most part.
Yeah.
So I never really took an issue to it until that game. And it also didn't help that it was 900 degrees outside, too. That didn't help at all.
First game of the year.
But, yeah, man, those Miami fans, they were crazy. I only knew about one really leading up to it, Ruiz. That's the only one I really knew about. But those Miami fans, they came in crazy. I mean, this one dude came in with a whole costume. I don't think I don't think the guy that dressed in the full uniform was there. I heard the story about that actually. Pretty unique story, but I don't think he was there. But there were people in suits, costumes, and I was like, man, the more they talked and the more they did they little. I was like, man, I really wish we could have got that back.
Yeah, I don't like Miami. Just them in Florida State are weird. It's like Miami, you play Florida State every year, but you hate us more than you hate Florida State.
Right.
And I don't get that.
Right.
It's that means to me, we're superior.
Yeah.
And you just really got to hate us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Facts.
I don't understand how you can play Florida State every year, but seem like your biggest rival more than Florida State.
Oh, I forgot to mention David Reese is back on staff too. Yeah, I forgot about
Reese,
that.
Reese
is back. Yeah. But
shout out to David Reese, man.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Georgia because I think it really helps the program because for a while it's been the the arms race to get to Georgia's level, right?
Yep.
And now we're close.
We had them, man.
A little bit of a slip on a bad field. You know, I think we beat them by 2 touchdowns if Flagway doesn't get hurt.
DJ
right?
don't get hurt, I think we beat them.
That's a competitor in me. That's why I don't say Georgia, because I can say that if this didn't happen, if that Miami game was just an outlier, we were flat. I gotta have that back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
The Georgia game was like, okay, we lost, but I can see why. The Miami game was like, no, I need to go back and slap everybody before we walk out here.
That's one thing about me, man. It's like, for me, my rival, man, for me, I mean, granted, we won, but I just want to talk about how much I hate Florida State real quick.
Thank you.
Man, it's like, because like my best friend in the world is a Seminole.
Oh,
like his dad's a Seminole, and the thing is,
You sure that's your best friend?
oh yeah, no. He knows me like I know. He knows me like I know him, man. And the thing is, it's like we didn't become friends until like 2010. So that's when we were kind of done, and they were kind of building their foundation. So all I heard growing up is, we got a chip, we got X, Y, we got X, Y, and Z, man. And it's funny because, like, you know, I knew I wasn't gonna play when we played Florida State. Boy, I was this close to just like going just going roll, because like we was warming up, and so like I was pretty much watching the guys get hype and everything. I turned around for a second. I swear I was this close to just putting my face. Cause I'm telling you, like the hate I got for that team in Tallahassee, man, it's like, and the only good thing I'll say about them is their parties are fun. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's it. But yeah, I hate their colors. I hate that little chant. I hate that little fight song. I hate the spit. I hate I get angry thinking about
a little misinterpretation. It was basketball. So 4 games that they lost in basketball. Give me the UGA game.
Oh snap! They did only lose 4 games in basketball.
Yeah. Give me UGA. The last second buzzer beater. You had who else beat it? Oh, Kentucky was a high scoring track meet. I think UGA.
I'll do Georgia.
Georgia.
I'll do Georgia.
You know, we won the championship, so I won't take none of them back.
Okay.
I feel like when you win it all. Some of those losses help you get there. You know what I mean?
Because that's the thing. We beat Tennessee twice. We beat Missouri when it mattered in the tournament. So that's 2 away right there.
Yeah.
And then, we got who else we lose to? We lost to Georgia.
Kentucky.
I mean, it'd be beautiful
Kentucky.
to have
That's right. That's
undefeated
right.
season, but yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's honestly crazy to think that, like, statistically, this is the greatest team
ever.
Because, you know, like, you think, like, 33-6, 34-5, whatever the case is, but it's like, nah, these dudes only lost 4 games. Which is so crazy to think about.
The level of competition, number ones, the rankings of the guys we played.
Yeah. And that was the thing, too, man, that really bothered me. It's like, how are we not the number 1 overall seed?
Right.
We beat Auburn at Auburn, mind you. And it's like, they still stayed number 1. And it's like, you beat all these teams. Like, obviously, we beat the Houstons of the world. It's easy to say this now, but we would have beat Duke. It's easy to say it now, but we would have beat Duke. But it's like,
and my thing is, we never saw a complete, full.
That's the thing.
2-quarter game.
I was waiting for it too.
Basketball.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for the.
Yeah. I honestly thought this was going to be the game, the championship game. I thought, not saying I underestimated Houston. I just didn't think defensively they were going to be able to shut us down like that. I thought by the 7-minute mark, we would start making our run,
they get
and
fatigued.
then we win by 10 to 8 points. But
when number 11, their big man fouled out, I was like, okay, because he was the tallest guy. I was like, okay, he's out. Okay, cool, we got it. We got it.
It was dope.
Yeah.
We're gonna get David Solderquist on the mic here. He's gonna ask you a couple questions.
Hey,
real
David.
fast if you guys got a second.
Hey, they got like a couple of these at Swamp Alumni, like the basketball version. Only $40.
Really?
It was only $40. Yeah.
That Swamp Alumni?
Oh yeah.
I gotta grab.
Or Alumni Hall. Alumni Hall in there on Archer. Yeah, I got one for me and my dad. Yeah. Dang, that's when they had the F on the field. What year is that? What year is that? That's when they had the F at midfield.
Our top boys stay hot.
I just peeped this light right here. That's sick.
Yeah, we just got that for him. Yeah, that's dope.
All right.
Back there, I mean, Cam Parker's here now. We have the famous Mark Scott. I don't know if he can make an appearance here on the video, but I don't even know what you guys were talking about because I've been back there. I've been drinking some Lemonhead right here.
Just
Might
Gator
wanna start
Boys.
over.
Talking about the Gator Boys.
I turned it on. No, you wasn't on at first.
Oh, am I on now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was just saying, I was drinking some of this Lemonhead. We got Mark Scott in the house. We have Cam Parker.
Mark
He's
and
here
Mark.
from SI.
Oh, Cam made it?
Of course,
Okay.
of course, we got my boy Cliff here.
Oh, he got the black Gator. Hey, hold up. He's got the black. Oh, no. I want to take yours. Do they have any black Gator Boys hats over there?
Yeah.
I'll take.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hand me a black and blue one? I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, they got blue. They got every color you got.
What color they got? They got black. What color?
Yeah, them Gators, they fresh back in stock.
They
He
got
said he wants
orange?
the whole rainbow.
Yeah, they back in stock.
Hey, they got. Oh, that's more like. I'm gonna rock with this one.
Yeah, they back in stock.
I'm good on this one. I'm gonna buy it, y'all. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna buy it.
Oh man, so
Yeah, them Gator Boys hot.
What?
Hat fresh. Yeah.
what I thought
yeah.
was cool driving down here, I was just like, man, in Georgia, the weather is a lot cooler in Florida, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, well, it's probably gonna be hot. It's gonna be humid. That cold front came through.
Yeah,
and I
perfect
looked,
timing.
and I was just like, man, it's gonna be 74, 76 tomorrow, and it's gonna be perfect weather and all that. So I'm pretty pumped. Obviously, they're not gonna televise the event, and we were talking over there, and I said, look, if they're not gonna televise a spring game, I would at least like stream the basketball ceremony.
Yeah.
Nobody's
some
gonna,
of it, huh?
nobody's gonna tamper through that, right?
It's gonna be more than 30 minutes. I'm letting y'all know that now.
Yeah,
It's gonna be more than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and look, like I wasn't a basketball guy. Like whenever we started the show, Alan from Florida Victorious, he lives like 15 miles from me, and he's like, Dave, would you like to go to a basketball game? And I was like, I've never been to one. Let me go to one, right? So it was Arizona State and Florida. Florida wound up beating them by like over 20 points. And he's like, you need to start watching it this year. Basketball team's really good. And I was like, I'll start watching it. Because I'm trying to get more versed in like watching the other sports. And of course, when people talk about basketball, I'm like, yeah, I love tennis.
Yeah.
So,
Ben Shelton, man, got a tip for us. Yep.
Right.
You so did.
So I started watching, I think,
There you go.
there you go. So I started watching some of the basketball games, and I'm like, man, this team is actually really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And the first year, I actually watched them all the way through to win the national championship.
Right.
Look,
It's like I need to start watching
congratulations to you.
basketball.
Look, you get your first actual
Hey,
view.
am I good luck?
Hey, you
March
might
Madness
be,
view,
man.
We win. Yeah.
So I don't know what you guys were talking about earlier. I know y'all were segued into football. I want to go a little bit into basketball now because, of course, I'm not the biggest expert on basketball. I was on 1010XL, and it was funny because they said, you're going to talk basketball on 1010XL. I was like, yeah. So Hacker had me on and said, we're going to talk about the national championship game. And one thing he mentioned was Florida's the only school to win three national championships in football
And
in basketball.
Yeah.
And nobody can take that away from us. Nobody can say, oh, no, we've done anything better. So I want to get your thoughts, both your thoughts, on just basically that statistic right there. And then, of course, next year, the basketball team, they're going to be losing some pieces. And you're hearing the transfer portal. I can't remember that guy's name, though. Like one of the top guys. Yeah. He has Florida.
The point guard, yeah.
Yeah, point guard. He has Florida as one of his.
St. John's and UNC.
Yeah. So let me get your opinion on just that statistic, the year, and obviously, what do you think will happen from here on out with the basketball team in the portal and so forth like that? I mean, because you've played the sport, right? And you played the sport. Well, you didn't play the sport in the NIL era. You kind of did. You kind of did. You kind of missed it a little bit too. But, NIL's changed everything. And when you win a national championship, it changes a lot too. A lot more eyes, they get on your program. Yeah. So as players, put yourself in the NIL era. Florida, say you're a basketball player. Florida just wins a national championship. What are you thinking?
Me?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would say for me.
Are we coming in? Or are we
Are we already there? We're already on the team. Is that the scenario?
You could be a transfer player or you could be a brand new high school player.
Oh, well,
what about a transfer? We'll do transfer. How about that?
If I'm a transfer, I'm honestly if I'm committing here, I'm trying to convince other people to come in and be like, yo, you see what they just did?
Yeah.
You also see is it Condon or Conjuring? Mr. Conjuring?
Gary Condon?
Yeah, man. He just gave us an M.
Yeah,
He just gave us an M. And if I'm Coach Gold, all I'm doing is taking a picture of that trophy in the ring and be like, you want to be part of this?
Yeah.
Come on down. Come on down.
That's all you got to say. Literally, a national championship recruits itself.
But then you also you can't sugarcoat everything. You got to be like, you sure you're ready for this?
Right.
Because like a few people I talked to, I talked to Stephen Alley today, and he was saying like, yeah, if you watch some of those practices, like they get after it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so they got to know what comes with the territory. So that's my thing. It's like it can't be all peaches and roses.
Yeah.
So like, you got to come in here with your head down and be like, yo, you didn't win it. Like we didn't win national championships. We got to come in here and earn it.
Right.
So we can't just come in with our head high, like saying, yo, we're defending national champs. And I think Coach Golden will. I'm sure he'll do that. Be like, hey, y'all weren't here for this. You got to earn it. So.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure we.
And Urban Meyer was your coach, and we've watched the documentaries on how he had like a military, mentality. What was that like every day?
Hell. To put it simple, hell.
Yeah.
But if I was a player coming in now to the basketball team, if I'm a recruit at another school, or if I'm like transferring in, it's NIL era now. You're like, okay, I seen the M get put up. They got the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then now it's just evaluating the program because they got the money. So that shouldn't be an issue. But if you're in high school and you're coming, you're like, I want to go do what they did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you want to go and be able to prove yourself like that, and you can do it because it's just been done.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, they're missing a few pieces. Do I fit? I can see exactly where I fit in at because I know what's leaving out of the building. I know my style of play. Do I match these guys to kind of continue what they got going?
Yeah.
And then it's just about sitting down with the coaches and seeing where they're trying to take the program, what type of players they want at those positions, and do I fit that? If I fit, then it's a no-brainer, man. I'm coming to Florida. Let's go try to two-peat this thing.
Why not Florida?
Yeah. Especially since football gonna win too.
Let's do it, man.
Hey, you hear that, Napier? I know you watch the shit.
Hey, man. His brother's low key becoming one of my favorite follows, man.
Man, listen.
Yeah, every time I look, I'm like, yo, he's hilarious.
I literally just was talking. Who was I talking about this with? I don't remember if it might have been me and a professor, but the fact that his brother was in the shadows all these years, one, shows the respect that he have for Coach Napier and his position here at Florida, that he wouldn't just want to come out of the woods and start making all this motion on. It's like the picture he posted of Napier in the.
Oh man, that was crazy.
How come we never saw that?
Never seen that
until now.
Never seen that. Yeah.
So I think they're opening up more as a family.
Yeah.
I believe Napier is more comfortable here now, and he knows what he has. So we get to see the fun side of him that people were saying didn't have. They were saying it was boring. Because now you get to go hit home runs at a baseball game.
Yeah.
He
booted that thing, man. He was crazy.
Now he at the basketball game, and so it's fun to see that. But to your point, to see his brother on Twitter, like you said, becoming one.
He's one of my favorite follows, man. I was like, yo, like he's excited, excited as we are.
And that's what we talked about on the show, which is crazy. Now he's in year 4. He's got his recruited guys in, and it's not like that he didn't like the guys that he had when he inherited, but now he's got his handpicked most of his guys that are in the program. Now there's still some lingering ones from like maybe back there. I don't think there really is anymore.
No, it's all his now.
And it's really unique to see what he's done as far as like the mentality in the locker room. And I think like, you don't see a lot of players getting in trouble.
No.
You see a lot more players like just they're making good grades, they're doing the right things on and off the field. And every player we've brought on and we've literally interviewed, and even if we talk to them outside they have nothing bad to say about Billy Napier. And I think that's like one of the best things he's done. And I'm not saying that like I know Dan Mullen was your coach, and I'm not trying to diss Dan Mullen or anything like that, but I think he upped the level when it came to like just the mentality and the character of some of the kids that come in here, because you can see that in him. Yeah. Like you can see that in Billy Napier when he's just talking. I don't know what he's like behind the scenes. You do. Yeah. What kind of is Billy like? Is he the same way that we see him on screen?
From the few times I've spoken to him, he's a real like family man, down to earth, real nice guy. That's why like for me it's like, even through the hard times last season, it's just like, but I really like the guy. I really like the guy. Yeah. So it's like, man, it's like, so part of me was like really hurt seeing how people were talking about tackling him. Yeah. But man, it was, when I tell you, nothing made me more happier for him than when we beat Ole Miss. Yep. And I saw that interview and I was like, okay, he's gonna be the guy. And honestly, the game that really did it for me when I was like, okay, these players really like him was the UCF game. Oh, yeah. Because if you remember, like at that point, we're like what 3-2.
I went to that game.
Yeah, UCF is like on this edge. It's like, yo, we beat Florida in the bowl game. We gonna come in the swamp and beat. And I'm not even gonna lie, like going up, I was like, yo, like How is this game gonna go straight? That was the most beautiful drive back home to Orlando of my life. It was beautiful, man. So that was just such a great game, and I could just sense the energy just shift from that game, and I was like, okay, these guys, you know, they might not win all these games, but at least they're like bought in to what's going on. Yeah. And you saw that even in the Georgia game, which I still think if DJ plays, we win.
Yep.
Texas, that don't count.
I do too.
that game don't count. And
we
then,
know that.
And then LSU, and it was crazy because I thought about it. I was like, man, this is the first time we beat them since I was there, like 2018.
Wow,
and it was like it's been a while, so it was like so glad we finally beat LSU because Coach Kelly.
Yeah, and I was one of those guys that was critical of him at the beginning of the year because Game 1 did not go any way we wanted it to.
It was a nightmare. It did not help. It was 100 degrees either.
Yeah, and what I respected about Billy Napier, and they were just like, well, what do you feel about all the criticism that you're getting, like on social media and everything else? He's like, I deserve the criticism. The job's not getting done, you know.
Is, yeah.
And that's the one thing I respected about him is like he doesn't like he knows whether he's doing bad or good, and if he gets the criticism or whatever, like he's fine with that, and he knows that there's a job that needs to be done, and so far so good that he's I think it took time for him to get his players in and to get in, not even really bought in the system, but just to get his players for his system in.
Yeah.
And now you got Austin Barber returning, you got Jake Slaughter
returning.
This
is like, oh my god,
Damian George. I mean,
man, DJ better be throwing some pearls
even
this
the
season,
D-line.
man. Yeah.
Tyreek Sapp, Caleb Banks.
Sapp. I think Sapp gonna have a crazy year.
Yeah.
I think he gonna have a crazy year.
Well, it's crazy. You think about it too. Like Tyreek Sapp had 8 sacks, and that was before with the UCF game and everything. What makes you like? I think he's going over 10 plus. This year.
Yeah.
Like he has to be.
Yeah.
Like, Shelton, you
Good.
all right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I was about to say. Yeah, but like to me, I look at the team now and I'm like, man, you got to make a playoff. Like this has got to be a playoff. Right? And then you hear the thing about the shoulder and everything else. And we had DJ Lagway's quarterback coach on, and he's like, he can throw. He can throw. And like you. Anthony Richardson kind of had the same injury. Like he could still play.
Over under, he throws one tomorrow. Cliff.
DJ throws one?
Yeah.
He'll throw one.
Yeah.
You think he's got one on the game?
I think he will.
He'll throw one to calm us down.
You think
Send
so?
a message.
He'll throw one.
Got to send a message.
If he sends one, the place is gonna go rough.
Yeah. Right.
There's no way he throws one tomorrow. I don't think he throws one.
Every time Lagway takes a snap, I'm recording.
Yeah.
That's true to be ready for it. That's true too.
Yeah. He'll get one and then be like, all right, you've had enough.
Rips one to Aiden Mazel.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm still mad they took that one touchdown away from him. What was that, Mississippi State?
Yeah. The Aiden Mazel one.
I was sick about it.
Yeah.
That was a Gator touchdown right there. Yeah, that's crazy.
It was funny. I talked to Will, and Will made an emoji where he just had his head down with a gif. And I told Will, I was like, man, you know that was a touchdown. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Sure.
So he still made the play. That's all that matters.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Well, Cliff, I don't know how much time you got, man, but we got.
Oh, yeah, it's time to head to the Victorious thing. Yeah.
Where is that?
It's at the softball stadium, I think.
Yeah. I think it's
How do you say KDC?
5:30, 6:30?
Yeah, 5. Yeah. I think it's 5 to 6:30.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, so it's not that long. Okay, yeah. I know Ben Chase is coming. Camp Parker's gonna hop on here.
My dog. Yeah, I gotta buy this hat.
All right, brother.
Where did you pull that one from? Oh, okay. I saw the blue ones.
I saw him with the Gators hat. And I'm like, yo, they got one in black.
Oh, that's right.
Nice to meet you, man. Yes, sir.
That's Brooke. That's our videographer.
Appreciate you. If we go to the event, we'll see you there. But
yeah. I'm about to head over there right now.
Starts in 4 minutes, so we probably
I'm gonna head over there.
Let me see, because Ben just said let's all rotate one seat.
Okay.
Yeah, go get. Yeah. Oh, Cammy Cam, man. Can I hear? Oh, I'm. Did you guys touch knobs?
Oh my god.
Did we touch knobs while I was away? All right, there we go. Somebody turned something down. Maybe I touched knobs.
What's crazy, the last time I was here, and it was in this exact spot.
Yeah, I know. Cody, go ahead and bring in the smelling salts. Cam's here. Hey, shout out to you guys for holding down the stream. We had the squad. I should have got a picture with them. Why did I get a picture with the guys? I'm an idiot. All right, Cam, let's chit chat. I think the Florida Victorious event's about to start, so I think these guys want to head over. Are you going to that?
No, I'm moving. I got okay. Crap to move. That's 90% why Dad's up here this weekend. He's got a truck and I got crap to move, so we're in business.
I wanted to kind of pick your ear a little bit. Obviously, the spring game is tomorrow. We had the orange and blue teams. Talk to you about that, and then of course the mayhem that started yesterday of it not being aired. What are you hearing about that? What's kind of the overall feedback from your hearing?
That's just the era that we're in. I think Texas A&M is the only SEC school that is airing a spring game.
Really?
Zach Goodall put the story about that out. I'd have to double check that.
Okay.
But that's just the era of sports. I mean, I'm not going to play, with the UAA and UF and everything. I'm not going to be a homer for them necessarily. But when you have an era of schools canceling their spring game, kind of have to take what you can get and be happy that you're even getting one to begin with. But that's just the era of the sport now. You can like it or not like it. It's not going to change anything. Teams don't want to put that out there necessarily. They want to keep it private. Florida's doing what they can, though, while keeping it a big event. Obviously, Florida victorious with the signing thing, doing the basketball celebration. Baseball's actually having a winnable series against Missouri, so you can make a whole weekend out of it. But I don't think that there's any good explanation or any explanation that's going to make people happy. It's just the era of the sport that we're in.
Yeah, and I think it sucks kind of the timing of the announcement. More people were upset about that.
Yeah, that was the one thing I took away of
give them a chance to be here.
You had a lot of time to decide.
They knew that was happening, I think.
And maybe focus was on basketball. You kind of run into that high of, wow, you have a team competing for a national championship.
Sure.
All eyes are on them. And it came at a time where spring football had really slowed down. We didn't have any viewing periods. We only had a first press availability yesterday after a week of not having one. So things with football kind of slowed down. But yeah, you'd imagine that they would have announced that a while ago. That it wouldn't be just a big surprise, off of the scoop.
Last minute,
that they would have, and especially the weekend before the spring game, maybe get ahead of it so people can come in. But also, the weekend wasn't finalized until Monday when they won the national championship. So I think that they were still figuring that out too. But yeah, I was surprised with why it took so long to announce it. Not surprised that it isn't televised, but I think that people are well warranted to be upset that they weren't notified earlier.
Well, I do logistics for a living, so just have them hire me and
figure it all out. I do want to talk. I had a chance. I kind of looked over the orange and blue teams, and usually I feel like that comes out sooner because we usually talk about it on Wednesday.
Yeah, I thought usually it's the week before because they split the teams up earlier in the week, and then the whole week long they do competitions.
Yeah.
They build up points, and that was one of the things I think last year where one of the teams got 3 extra points at the end of the game or something like that because they won a 2-minute drill at practice.
Yeah.
And so they announced that stuff early in the week. So, again, I was kind of surprised that, they didn't announce all of that.
Teams, yeah.
But, the teams, they're split up by starters on offense and defense.
What were the key takeaways you got from that?
Aiden Warner is maybe spinning it. He is on the blue offense, and from what I see, the blue offense is the ones. Well, DJ's with the ones, too. But, again, they've already said DJ Lagway will not be throwing.
We were doing over-under on if he would throw one. He's not going to throw one. I'm taking the under, right?
Any under, I'm going to take it. If he throws,
I
will do more smelling salts. If he throws on Saturday.
There's a lot of hot takes on this show. We got Will Griffin. Will Griffin's already on the line for his take. He's got a PO's of paint up, and now you owe us a smelling.
Now we have to do it.
Hey, if we see Coach Kirk tomorrow, which is Billy Napier's brother, if he comes by, I'm putting a plug in. Hey, we got some riding. I need Lagway just a sideway pass for me real quick.
If he throws, I will do smelling salts. If you guys do a live show at the beginning of the season again, I will own up to that bet. I will eat my words. But they've said that he's not throwing. If they weren't going to let him throw in front of the media, I'd be very surprised if they let him throw in front of the crowd.
I just want one.
Yeah, one.
I'm taking the under.
1.5, taking the under.
I'm taking the under. Taking the under, and I will eat my words if he throws tomorrow.
So Aiden Warner, not VB3 on the ones. Wasn't he on the ones as well?
Hey, VB3 was. And again, you got to look at, too, on the ones, Trey Wilson was there, too. He's been in a black jersey all spring. He's been non-contact.
Yeah.
So you have to wonder, too,
if maybe
limited play, so VB3 steps into his position right away.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of how I look at it, too. Aiden Warner would be.
So was it Mizell?
Or Mizell, I forget which team he's on. But, again, the same thing. I think Khalil Jackson is also in the pull up the list. But those guys who necessarily would be backups on a normal depth chart, if you see them on the blue team, it's because maybe there's a couple guys who they're limited. They've been in black non-contact jerseys all season or all spring. So those are the guys that are going to get to play on that team. Now, Orange, they try to split them up evenly, so Orange is going to have first-team defense, and then second-team offense. So Harrison Bailey is the quarterback for that team.
Mazzell is going to be on blue.
Blue.
Who's on the ones?
First-team offense. And
Lagway's
again,
on blue.
You see?
Yeah,
Paul Kessler, Clay Millen.
Yeah, Lagway's on blue, but again, because of
Man, no Aiden Warner. Can't spin it.
Well, Aiden Warner's going to be on the blue. He's on there too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he on blue?
Jamari Lyons is on the second team, because that defense blue is the second team, right?
Yeah, defense blue is second.
Aiden
Blue
Mazzell.
is second team. Orange has first team defense.
Jeremiah McLeod, true freshman, right?
Yeah.
On the ones.
Yeah. It's
Live show, folks.
again
Live
they
show.
bring in these freshmen. They have to play right away, right? Like
Yeah.
there's some positions that you let them develop.
Who is LaFonso Allen?
So walk on from Baylor, transfer a Ron Roberts guy from Ron Roberts' time at Baylor. He got the pick in the Gasparilla Bowl.
Okay, hold on. So he's on the ones.
Because he plays star, and you got to think you're down Shreve Denson. You're down.
Okay. Well, I also wonder if that had an effect on Gregory Smith. If a kid like this coming in and having that much of an impact.
Well, you also got to think too. Lagonza Hayward and Drake Stubbs have had great springs. Have they lapped him? Kind of maybe seems
Probably
that
so.
way.
Yeah, we talked about it on Wednesday.
And again, they're big guys who are ready to play right away.
Revelas.
We talked to your boy Vinny
looking at super
yesterday.
chats.
You're Mr. Italian.
Talk to me.
Talk to Vinny. He loves Lagonza Hayward.
Forget about it.
Loves that guy.
Really?
And he is very high on him. He likes the unit. Again, just the depth. Not something that Florida's had in the early seasons of Billy's tenure. They have a lot at safety. Vinny likes the young guys, man. Vinny likes the young safeties.
I love it.
There we go.
So, it was a good.
Thank
We
you,
talked to all the new
We're gonna get
defensive
Rook on.
coaches yesterday, by the way. But yeah, when you see those rosters and you see again, naked eye, first team offense is on blue, first team defense is on orange, and then vice versa for the other teams for the other units. When you see those young guys in those spots, it's because there's been a guy that's been injured in spring who's been limited. So although they're on that team, they might not play or they might be extremely limited, so those guys are going to get the opportunity. Aiden Warner's going to get an opportunity with the blue team. It's because DJ, if he does play, likely just going to be handoffs, but Aiden Warner's going to get the throwing. He's going to get the throw and spin it with the blue team. Harrison Bailey's going to spin it with the orange team.
So we were talking, Cody, because, again, Bailey's intentions were to come in and be that guy.
Ryan O'Hara made it seem like Aiden Warner has taken a jump this year. That he is pushing for QB2. And again, I know why they brought Harrison Bailey in. It's not surprised. You got to think too. If Harrison Bailey does get passed up by Aiden Warner and people do the oh my gosh, he sucks, we can't get a good transfer quarterback. It is really hard to recruit at the quarterback position at Florida because of DJ Lagway. Right?
Yeah.
Guys don't want to come here to sit back up unless they are a Harrison Bailey or a Clay Millen or that type.
Or unless Lagway has a year left.
Or Lagway has a year left where they're a veteran guy who's they're looking to finish their degree, looking to get some development maybe to be a coach in the future. So that's kind of how they were able to get Harrison Bailey, why they lost to Sean Purdy. That kid wasn't going to come here and beat out Lagway. Well, now he might because of Lagway being hurt, but he wasn't going to do that right away. So Harrison Bailey comes in and takes over that. But again, I said it on the last time I was on. I think people counted out the fact that Aiden Warner can get better, and it seems like he's taken that experience. He's made a jump. He's improved. How much so? I don't know. We're going to find out on Saturday.
We saw him worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, he was thrown into the worst possible situation you could be thrown into.
He got thrown into the two teams in the SEC championship game.
Yeah, that's
Let's put it that way. And again,
Now,
Georgia was rough.
We're going to get dragged for hyping up Aiden Warner, but it's like, look, it's not like this kid's completely,
Aiden Warner seems like the type of quarterback that has to step into his throw to get it off. Like, he can't, there's other quarterbacks that can throw off their back foot and can roll out. He seems like one of those guys that needs the time to go.
I'm excited tomorrow. That's going to be huge tomorrow to see what we get from him.
And they'll be the main two, Harrison and Aiden Warner. Again, just based off of how Florida recruited at quarterback, why they brought Harrison Bailey in and the experience from last year, if I had to bet by fall camp, Harrison Bailey takes over QB2. I'm still going to stick to that bet just from a comfort standpoint. More time, and it's his first set of practices.
Jones,
Terrell Jones has had a good.
Yeah.
But Florida also, do you really want a sophomore and a true freshman as your first two quarterbacks?
No. I think Harrison Bailey was still the right move. I think everything of what he was implied to come in and do is still the move. But again, he's still kind of learning the offense, and these guys trying to get figured in. So we'll see. I mean, tomorrow, people are upset of not seeing DJ.
Yeah.
And I get it. I mean, there is a factor to that. I'm excited of seeing what everyone else is going to do, because that's going to be the key to the success, I think, this year.
Yeah, and the key thing, too, you got to remember with Harrison Bailey, I know everyone goes, oh, he's a veteran transfer. He started like maybe 6 games in his career.
He's got more starting time.
His most extensive starting experience was a true freshman at Tennessee in 2020. And then he went 4 years or so without starting. Yeah. He starts in the bowl game. So although he's been around, he's old, he doesn't have much more experience than DJ Lagway does. So that's also kind of a thing for him too, where now he's getting reps with the 1s and the 2s, really having to step in and be the guy at quarterback for the time being. That's a bit of a development thing too, a bit of an adjustment. So, it's interesting. It is a kind of a QB2 competition, but we'll see. Aiden Warner gets to throw with the 1s and Harrison Bailey with the 2s.
Spinning it.
Pissing and whining and complaining is not going to do much about it. That's how it's going to be on Saturday.
Well, you know what?
And we'll see what happens.
For the people in attendance, though, you got to look at it, too. You get to see the spring game. You also get the national championship ceremony, and then you get the Florida Victorious.
It's going to be a great day regardless of how it plays out.
And we talked about this, too, when Billy first announced that they were going to have a spring game, and he had that quote about, I either don't have a spring game or I have pissed off fans. It's a double-edged sword.
He found the sweet spot.
And
he did, really.
And we talked about how, hey, Florida can't afford to not have a spring game because of, the events that they make out of it. And that was before the basketball team won a national title.
Yeah.
We were talking about how Florida Victorious sponsors it. They do a bunch of fan events for people to come in. They make a lot of money doing
Stimulates the economy here at Gainesville.
And then baseball, they build series around it. And now this is also a winnable series because Missouri is horrible. So Florida actually has a really good chance for an SEC sweep. But now the basketball team wins a national championship. You get to do that celebration here. It's a good weekend just to, low stress and celebrate maybe what's going on with the University of Florida.
Right, and slam a couple Jaeger bombs.
Yeah.
Jaeger bombs is always key. Ben Chase is on his way. We're going to talk to him. He was at the event, the Final Four event, which was incredible. And of course, Florida Victorious. We've been seeing the numbers being pumped up. I'm sure you guys have kind of been talking about it a little bit, but just seeing the amount of money that's being donated has been huge. So we'll talk with him. But what are you again? What's your biggest thing you're hoping to take away for tomorrow?
Well, first off, about the NIL, winning solves everything.
It cures all, baby.
It cures all. So you
all.
win a national championship and you see those checks being written. There's a reason for that. But I think for tomorrow, it's kind of hard to gauge when a scrimmage because the offense has a good play. Is it really because your offense is good or is the defense bad and vice versa? But I just want to see high intensity, something that Billy talked about after their closed scrimmage that they didn't have a good start. He said dusting off the cobwebs, but the first, second, and third quarter, or second, third, and fourth quarters of that scrimmage were a lot better. The intensity was there. The competition was there. I want to see them get off to a fast start. I want to see them kind of avoid that slow start, give the fans something, to
cheer about.
To cheer about,
A 13-10 game, a little
13-10
more than juice.
13-10 game with a fixed game-winning field goal cannot happen again. You got to have some points scored, some big plays. Let the freshmen shine. Jaden Ball was kind of a nobody coming in. He had a great spring game. Everyone loved him, and look what happened this year.
It turned out, yeah.
I want to see Dallas Wilson. I want to see Vernell Brown. I want to see Nashawn. I want to see Katie Daniels, too, kind of falls into that because he redshirted. Yeah. He's bulked up. I want to see what these guys who are new or we didn't get to see last year, what they do in these elevated positions because there's some injuries. Because these are the time that these kids get to shine. Not all of these kids are going to play on Saturday when the fall rolls around. I want to see what these kids can do. I want to see what the quarterbacks can do in this situation. Is there
in the coaching
and coaching too? Because Billy's not coaching; he's behind the offense. It's
special teams.
Jabbar Jalouk,
11 guys,
and Gerald Chapman are your head coaches for those teams.
Interesting.
So if you go on the rosters too, they don't just split up the teams; they split up the entire organization from recruiting staff, video, communications department, strength and conditioning, medical. Like they split all down the middle. And so it's
great exercise too.
And
you learn a lot.
That prepares guys for like Jabbar Jalouk and Gerald Chapman, where if they want to grow as coaches, well, here's a good opportunity for them to act as a head coach for a week.
Hold on, we got a comment real quick that says, "Can't wait for Ben Chase to get here so we don't have to watch this Cam Parker guy anymore from Dylan Olive."
Oh my God!
The civil war between Sports Illustrated right now is out of control.
It's have y'all thumb wrestled yet?
No,
because Mullen did that.
Oh.
Yeah.
beat your ass.
We might need a thumb wrestle tomorrow for at the spring game.
Just give me some salts, man, and Dylan's going down. it's
You're gonna
over.
always thoughts tomorrow when
over.
when DJ slings one for us.
Dude, oh my! If I might have just eaten my words. I think the more and more I think about it, the more I may like. Oh my God! If this happens, I'm
Lagway,
screwed.
if you're watching,
If
JP Tillman, if you're watching, call him.
You get a press draft to the game, right?
Yeah, I think Dylan's going to be going to that. I'll be in the stands tomorrow hanging out with Pops and everyone.
So you don't go to the presser afterwards.
I'm going to make Dylan go. That's his punishment.
All right, Dylan. If he throws a pass, you got to somehow incorporate that Cam will be doing smelling salts in your question. If he throws a pass, like, hey, do you realize what happened by having DJ throw it? And what was your mindset on why you had him throw it? And I hope he answers. I saw on High Top that Cam made the bet.
And then after that, you got to get a diagnosis from Mark Long.
If Kurt Napier comes to the tailgate tomorrow, it's one text to Billy about like, hey, got to let DJ throw one because of this Cam Parker kid running his
Your
mouth.
average Kyle? Yes, Dylan.
That's Kyle Lander, our other guy, our photographer.
You're
our other
getting
writer.
bullied.
Yes, Dylan.
He's getting bullied left and right out here.
I wanted to point out to Kyle, too, that I am not forcing him to do anything. I said we really don't need to cover it this weekend, but if you want to go, by all means, go. But it really is low priority. And here he is, oh, my gosh, I have to cover this bad baseball team. I told you didn't have to do it.
Cam's come a long way. Cam's come a long way to smelling salts to just bossing everybody around.
I work with children.
I own a house. I'm a man. I am 40.
I'm the oldest one here, and I feel like I work with children.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
I'm a child myself. So.
That's fair. Well, Cam, we appreciate you as
Appreciate it,
always.
boys.
Thank you
I'll
for
see-
taking the time out of packing to be here for us.
I will appreciate it. I'll see you boys tomorrow, and we're going to find out if Billy is truly a fan of the show. DJ will be throwing tomorrow to make me eat my words.
His brother may stop by.
Again,
Billy's brother.
One text away to Billy saying this Cam Parker kid is running his mouth.
That's my goal. That's my goal.
Yeah. You need to tell, like, look, his first name is Kurt. You remember Kurt Angle?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. I'm screwed.
Let's go, Benny.
All right, boys. Well, I'll see you next time. I'll see you tomorrow.
Let me get Rook on.
Look, let's get Rook and Ben in here.
Yep.
That one's clean, Ben. That one's clean.
What to do, baby?
The smelling salts are on its way.
Oh, yeah, I can't believe that was unreal. Are we live?
We're live. We're live.
We're doing it live.
We got the Rook.
Rookie.
Got the Rook.
Rookie of the year over here.
That's actually what I was named after.
Rookie of great
movie, Rookie
The
of the
movie,
Year.
the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Great movie.
What's the pitcher's name in that?
Henry Rowan Gardner.
And that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Rowan Gardner.
My brother hated
Your
the other
brother's
suggestion.
your name is Rowan Gardner.
No, it's Rookie.
Oh,
Rookie Lentz.
After.
your name is actually Rookie.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, nice to officially meet you. I'm going to call you Rowan Gardner. But
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
No, that's
My top
awesome.
Rowan Gardner.
I remember watching that. So I worked at an after-school program in Orlando, and it was either that or the Goofy movie or Angels in the Outfield.
Oh.
Good movies.
Angels-
I have all those
Well, you saw-
VHSs still.
If you don't know if you saw the stream, but we did the Angels in the outfield during the watching all of the Gators basketball games. They became a big component.
I saw the GIFs.
Yeah, the Gator boys got hot when we did the wings.
Oh my gosh!
They were
So
chewed up.
speaking of Gator Boys Get Hot, if there's anyone that owns like an AC company, we're trying to do like a video like Gator Boys Say Hot, but it's like sponsored by an AC company.
Brilliant.
So like that, I'm putting that out there for the I texted our marketing team, our sponsorship team, but if our we only have one sponsor in that space. If someone else wants to do it, it's a layup, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot going on there. That is a layup.
It's good marketing.
Do you remember the kid from the LSU's name was the coldest?
Yeah,
And he landed.
the coldest
yeah.
Crawford. Yeah. So like that's like there's so many things you can do right now. Big opportunity tomorrow. I can't tell you the details, but if it happens, I'll text you when it's official, and you can be like,
Yeah,
I can't believe it happened.
What? Okay. Well, what can you?
It
tell
would be
us?
something in Miami. So that's all I can tell you.
Okay, but what about? You got me in shambles. What about tomorrow for the?
Yeah, they'll be there for that.
But that a special event. What we don't know much detail of this halftime.
I don't know much either. I know that some of our team has moved around their flights because they had things planned already
To leave.
To
Yeah.
go to a wedding party in Tennessee and
Oh, wow.
Waltz is in New York City right now. So
Is he coming home?
yeah, he'll be back tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
The guys are excited for tomorrow. I went over to the facility today and gave them some gear from one of our vendors, and they still. It's so like weird because it's like quiet right now, but half the guys were playing basketball. Like I went in there and they're still
practicing,
playing pickup and running. And Bennett was like, I have to go to the gym and play pickup right now because I haven't worked out in like 48 hours.
So you got to keep the blood pumping.
He was like, I'm getting stressed. So I mean, and what I don't know if you guys know this, he flew from San Antonio to Gainesville. The next morning, he flew to D.C. for a day and then came back. And then so he's been on. I mean, everyone's been on like not a crazy bender, but.
It's championship week. Like and again, it's hard to really anticipate all of it because you don't know what's going to happen, and life comes at you fast. I do want to talk again. Being in the NIL space is going to be a big factor to keeping Houck and Condon.
Yeah.
What's the vibes in the room on that one?
I mean, for me, it's like one of those things where whatever they do that's best for them, like we're going to support them. Obviously, we want to win multiple championships and we want to win
back to back. Three-peat, whatever.
But. I saw Tommy today. I saw Condon today, and like they're adults and grown men, and I think that they feel special here and they feel appreciated. I don't know if you saw the video from Cantina that dropped on their Instagram reel. I think it probably dropped while you guys were on.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, you can pull it up, but they had a good time the other night at Cantina. I can tell you that. But no, I think the vibes are high. What's up, brother? And what's up, Stephen Harris? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to take it all in. But yeah, I don't know if that answered your question.
No,
right.
I think then that's kind of, and they kind of alluded that today. I think both of them want to kind of feel it out and see where they're probably going to go. And money plays a factor in NBA and what they can build. And it's like, look, you kind of look at the team like, okay, well, what are we going to bring in? And if we all stay, we've got a good chance to going back at it. Look. Winning is hard, right? And you got to make the dance. That's the first step. And I think if this team comes back in some fashion, you got to think the dance is in play, and then at that point, anything can happen.
Yeah, and that's the reason I made the road trip to San Antonio, because you never know.
It's rare.
And I destroyed my windshield, got a new windshield, but you just never know. Also, I just noticed I have to turn this way to show you. So I got this hat. I wore it at both games.
It's beautiful.
And then I bought a patch at the Final Four and had Brian put it on there.
I was wondering. I was like, how did you
get
so
that?
This is right now currently a 2 of 2 hat.
Okay.
It's a 2 of 2 hat.
That hat's incredible.
And someone actually offered to buy it before I had the patch on it for $100 at the game, at halftime. And I said, I can't right now, maybe after the game, because like I wore the exact same outfit except for clothes and underwear.
Same. The superstitions are in full effect here. We all did.
And it worked out. I mean, I also stayed for the Duke-Houston game, which not a lot of Gators did. Our ticket was a double ticket.
Clifford said he left right before, he thought Duke was going to win and he had to run back.
He left, and I was surrounded by Duke fans. I was not visibly going for Houston, but I wanted it to be a good game, and I just said I just wanted it to be a one-possession game when it's over, and it ended up being that way. But I still can't believe it. And what was the craziest thing is, about 2 minutes left, you could just feel the sphincters get tight by the Duke, and then the crowd. I got to give a shout out to Houston's crowd. I mean, it's not a far drive, but when they do that Who's House, Cougs House thing after the game, I got chills. Like, you're going under a highway to get back to wherever you parked, and I thought Monday it could be like a football stadium. I literally thought there would be 45,000. That's a bit the size of their football stadium there, because there was 66,000 for the first game, or 68. And I was like, man. But Gators showed up on Monday. The fans were loud. It was never say die. We kept on pounding, the wall, and then we broke through. And then the last 40 seconds was a blur. I was sitting in front of Bradley Beal the whole game.
I couldn't believe it.
Bradley Beal sat directly behind me the entire game. And it was awesome because the last 3 minutes, he was standing just like everybody else. He was so into it. Yeah. And then I gave him a high five when I had the Ray-Ban Metas, and I recorded the last possession.
Wow.
And I gave him a high five, and I was like, I'm sorry. And he goes, no, it's not. I was like, can we get a photo? He was so happy. The only thing that sucks is, Horford got on the court. I think Haslam got on the court, but I don't think anyone knew Bradley Beal was actually there.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw all those guys there. I never saw clips of Beal even being there.
Yeah.
I saw like him of like cheering them on, like other clips, but never at the game.
Yeah.
Dorian was there. Like it was kind of crazy seeing all these like old Gator greats coming by and the emotions that they were all expressing too.
Oh
like,
my gosh!
Just shows how much it means to us, all of us. Anyways.
Yeah, and he was just so happy. You could tell he was happy in it for the guys, and like the NCAA is very strict about who could go on the court. I didn't get to go on the court, but I almost was like, dude, that's Bradley Beal. Like, you should go down there.
Yeah.
But once in a lifetime experience, if we ever get back to Final Four, spend the money, go live there. You guys can create incredible content. There's so many stores for Final Four gear, but there was one that was, I think for each team they had a headquarters.
Okay.
And like you guys could have easily posted up at this headquarters. It was like a national merchandise company. The team hotel had a Gator one. I don't know if your content would get away in the team hotel, but if you did it,
they wouldn't let us bring spelling sauce.
If you did it in the team hotel from your hotel room, maybe. But they're very the safety is. I mean, after the game, you had to have a wristband to get into the hotel. Like it was like very
sure.
But no, it was awesome. I'm rambling again, but sorry.
No, look, I was pumped to talk to you because again, that's a once in a lifetime experience. Talk to Clifford, his perspective of it too. So it's cool hearing.
Did you hear we went on a date?
I saw the day you went to Six Flags. He didn't talk about your date.
We went to Six Flags. Not only that, we went to a sunset dinner on the Sky Needle. Because I was like, hey, like my friend Nick Gallo, he owns Gallo Car Wash in Gainesville. No free ads. But he drove with me. And when I say he drove, it was a 32-hour drive. I let him drive for an hour and a half of the drive. So I did all the driving. But I told him, hey, we're gonna go to Six Flags. If you're not doing anything tomorrow. And he's like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. And he's like, I don't have any plans. I was like, all right, well, let's go. And then we go there, and then he finds out we're doing the needle. He goes, can I go to dinner with you guys? And we're like, yeah, man. So no, it was super cool. And like, my friend Nick had no idea like how big he was on social.
Yeah.
So we went to Final Four. I didn't know this. They had like a music fest. They had like Jelly Roll and all these famous people that I don't know, and Clifford was doing activations with Coke Zero while he was there, and that night he went out with us to just watch some of the last concert, and we're just standing there, and I look at Nick and he goes, I said, these 3 kids are going to ask Clifford for a photo. And he goes, what? I said, yeah, it's going to happen. And then boom, like 3, and then it was like 7, and my friend Nick's like, I didn't realize. I was like, yeah, he's got a huge following, and it's super cool. Shout out to Cliff for coming through and saying hi to the Gators. I mean, it was really cool seeing. I mean, he was a walk-on for the football team, and his dad and his family went to Florida, so It was just cool. Like, I mean, it's different when you bleed orange or blue, right? And we have a lot of people that are just so 10 toes down with the Gators, and it was just a special moment. I mean, you guys saw Chris Dorian cry. Like, that was all of us. It was unbelievable.
Look, and we talked about it too, like, and you kind of tweeted today about how I said this too on the show, like, when we won in 06 and so, like, there was momentum there, but the momentum that you can capitalize from this with the new age of NIL and just how the support actually now really, it's always made a difference, but it's tenfold, right? I'm excited to see what it could really do.
Yeah, and I'll give you perspective on how crazy this is. Bennett got that $10,000 scholarship. That was before the Final Four. He's doubled his money since then.
From one bucket in an interview.
Yeah.
Insane.
So that's the walk-on and what he's been able to earn.
Imagine everybody else. It's kind of the perspective. Yeah. The guy had 2 points, iconic interview.
And he's a meme now, too.
Yeah.
He's a meme now.
And that's it. So
and that's just, there's so many guys. Cooper is incredible on the piano, and he's taking advantage of that on TikTok. Isaiah Brown is going to get an orthodontist deal like for free in Gainesville. So like all these guys, that it's just the juice. And then I tweeted today yesterday about how this is a huge momentum swing into the rev share era because a lot of schools are cutting sports, not just sports, but admin staff. Going from you only do 1 commercial flight to 2 or 3. Like, and if you're a Power 4 school in the Big Ten. You're not flying private or charter, and that's tough, right? So, like, this huge momentum swing, and, I mean, we have the #1 selling shirt on home field. We have the #1 selling shirt on NIL store.
Like I helped out.
Yeah, so like that, and what that means is our athletes are getting paid on the NIL side, but like Florida gets a royalty. And that tweet today was like, hey, like let's buy from our license. Not because I don't get any money from that.
Yeah.
Like I've brokered.
You're gonna buy it. Just buy it from the right place.
Yeah. Buy from the right place. And I'm not trying to get a high horse, but like that money helps the Gators. If you love the Gators, buy it from someone that actually is licensed, like alma mater.
And
like
everybody's about like donating just the money to Victorious and all those things. So it's like, look, if you plan on getting the gear, just the options are endless too. So the home field one is I love that. I like kind of the unique, different ones. That's where I'm big on. Like that's like this right here this is from alma mater.
Yeah, and that was cool. And like this is another thing. Like
yep.
Oh yeah.
This man's the reason I have a girlfriend right now. So he won that game, and I won a bet. So
that's awesome. No, well, congrats and
thanks, Walt.
Thanks, Walt. Shout out, Walt. No, I mean he's been incredible. And like these are some of the stuff that and if you're an athlete or an agent listening, like speed is the most important thing sometimes. Like a lot of these athletes. Not the drug. We're smelling salts only here.
Yeah.
But no, like especially in the March Madness, if you look at Amir Khan, like his moment was gone.
Yeah.
Right? There and gone. But we never knew if our moment was going to end, and thank God it didn't end.
Yeah.
But moments like this dunk, if I could just approve that without asking Elijah. But that's not how I work. I want my athletes to know, hey, like this is going to go live. Are you cool with it? And some agents don't understand that if they say no, or if they say, can I negotiate, or like, can we get $10 more a shirt? Like, guys, like you're not going to get royalty and get rich off shirts. I'll tell you this, Bennett Anderson's shirt here, I didn't get the last number, but it outsold Steve Spurrier.
Wow.
So like
because it was just this awesome fun shirt that you want to support.
Viral moment,
perfect moment.
Go. Yeah. And that's like and that's how it needs in the merchandising space. If you're doing like high quality stuff like that, you're not leveraging viral moments, people are going to come back and buy, but like it's really hard to sell one shirt.
Yeah. And it's like it's not about the money part of it, getting how much you make on that shirt. It's the moment. How are you going to capitalize on this moment? And like that shirt and led to this, to that, to this. Like it's more than just the dollar you made off the shirt. Don't worry about the dollar making off the shirt. Be about the moment.
Yeah, because the viral moment happened, and then the shirt happened, and you're like, I can't. You didn't think it was a real shirt.
I thought it was fake because of how quick it happened.
Yeah, and then I can't believe it's a shirt, and then there's still enough momentum on the back end of that to take advantage of even more, right? Yeah. And that's where I was able to help get the momentum enough for the walk-on deal. I mean, that walk-on deal, we thread that needle in 48 hours.
Yeah, you have to be like that.
And they were debating doing a Zoom in San Francisco, and they said, we want to do it in person. It's more impactful. Win the game, and the CEO says I'm flying to Gainesville, and I was like, all right. And I mean, obviously, shout out to Walt and the team for winning the game.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you getting it done.
And Bennett, I don't know. I think if you guys saw the story, like from I think it was Graham Hall. When I did that meme shirt, Bennett Anderson's mom followed me on Instagram, and I DM'd her. I was like, hey, like, can you get to Gainesville by 1 o'clock? And it was 4 hours notice. And she goes, well, my other son's pitching tonight. And she goes, here's my husband's number. He's going to call you. And then they were both able to be there. And they watched, I don't know if you saw the video, it was on the court. They were on like the overhang watching from behind. So they didn't even see him until after.
Oh, that's super cool.
So like that, cool. Like little things like that, like, and his mom like sent me this long text, like, thank you so much, like, for getting us there. Obviously, the money and like the opportunity was great, but like them being able to see
getting
that was,
there, yeah. Look, what's cool, like we've been on 2 hours now. We talked all NIL and how it's affected everybody. That's why I love bringing you on, because you work in it and like always give these are the fun side. These are what makes it so special and so cool for the athletes, and again for everybody. So
yeah,
I love it.
And I obviously appreciate you guys giving me a platform. And being a part, because you guys know that I am a Gator. I love the Gators, and before I worked at Florida, like I was, doing great, having fun with you guys, and it's just so humbling. We won a freaking championship.
Gator boys, stay hot, baby!
I can't believe it.
Gator boys, stay hot.
Gator boys, stay hot. And no, it's but I don't like. We're right back to work now. I mean, the guys are in the gym, like they're hosting recruits. in some other sports, there's been some significant tampering in this portal that we have. I mean, when you see an athlete go into the portal with the do not contact, what does that mean?
They already know where they're going.
Yeah.
They've already been tampered. They've already been touched. Yeah.
And this is something.
Oh, are you referring to the women's basketball? I assume.
Yeah. I'll give you a little perspective on this, and then I'll go because my girlfriend, she's also a professor.
Yeah, well, you're the last one. We've been waiting on you for 3 hours.
I apologize.
We're gonna go to. Are you going to the event, the Victorious event?
I'm actually going to the football players' parents event tonight. I was invited by Roderick Kearney's mom.
We're coming with you.
Okay, come through. But my girlfriend, we've been dating for 7 months. She's a professor at UF in sports management and teaches NIL. So it's kind of this power dynamic.
That's awesome. That's cool.
And she'll ask me things like, hey, is this really how it works? And I'll say yes or no. And then it's a cool intellectual thing. But we're in the same library with different aisles, so it's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
So shout out Molly Page Harry if she's here. Last thing I'll say about this whole NIL and the RevGen era, and kind of a perspective that you guys can. I don't know if it's been communicated very well, but NIL started in 2021, so we're about to graduate. It's been 4 years, right? We're graduating to the RevGen era.
Cool.
But these last 4 years, not everyone's had money. Now, every school suddenly has money at some level.
Yeah.
Right? So everyone's there's a cap, but it's not a cap. The floor just got raised.
Yeah.
Right? So, suddenly, you have a school in the Big 12 that had no collective for women's basketball, right?
Now they do.
And now they have whatever their AD decides that number is going to be. Suddenly, you have a school that is we're
going to play.
We're going to play. And then
which is great for the athlete part too of having more kids having opportunities to play 100%. A big time light. So again, more positive of a word. And I think it's just how can we organize it a little bit? I think what's the tampering stuff's got to get fixed. You see this, Nico, I'm going to leave Tennessee here in a couple of days. Those issues, right? That's exhausting. You don't want that for anybody. As much as it's fun to troll, that's a red flag. What's happening to them is in a way happening to us.
Yeah,
and probably is.
And then there's agents out there that every time there's a window, they have their athlete go and say, hey, I'm considering going to the portal, regardless if they want to do it. They're just trying to
test it,
trying to get more money.
Just flirting with it.
Yeah. And there's going to be a lot of legal challenges to the cap and settlement, and then at some level, this whole not paying taxes in some states, you've seen this, Georgia and all,
who's passing it and whatnot.
Okay, you get a sponsorship with Uber for $10,000, you don't get taxed on it, but the Uber driver has to get taxed on it. How is that going to work?
Yeah.
Right? How is that fair?
I like how you played Uber into Georgia. That was smart. That was well done there. I see what you did there.
But
it's the Wild West of NIL.
Thank you.
Just that's something to think about. And then schools that don't have football, they can use a lot more money for men's and women's basketball and other sports. So we have to continue to have this third party, Florida Victorious, who's done a great job, incredible job, and they travel to every event. And they're having the event tonight. You guys are going to. And Eric and their team. And
how long? Because it's only till 6:30. We're gonna make it. How long is it?
It's long enough.
It's.
That's what I tell. Yeah.
I mean, they usually have a good time. I don't know if they're gonna shut it down, but if that's what I was wondering.
All right. Well, okay. All right. We'll end with this. One last question? Quick hitter.
I'm good.
Tell Walt I said thank you, by the way.
All right. Shout out to Walt. He's getting in tonight. The guys are gonna have.
Can I get Elijah Martin to sign? I have the blown up photo. Can you hook me up?
I think he's gonna be at the meet and greet tomorrow.
Where's the meet and greet? At the Victorious event?
Yeah.
All right.
I also owe Billy an apology. I do.
Hey, it's all good. Well, thanks for having me on. Sorry for making you wait.
No, you're good. We're kidding. We were rocking and rolling. We were having a good time. So this has been an absolute blast. Great event. Great. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Lot 1/25, Odom parking lot. The parking's about 259.
And we got 196 people watching, but only 132 likes. Smash the like button. What are you doing right now? We can't even go off until we get 2 likes here. What are you guys watching this for without showing some love?
That's unbelievable. We had 250 here at one time, and it's not even up that high. So.
Yeah. What's this? I didn't even know you could see the dislikes. That's disrespectful.
I know. I think someone misliked
it. Was me. I disliked it.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on.
Thank you.
Gators.
Thank you for coming over here, man. Thank you for swinging by. I know you got a lot. Shout out to Molly
Gator
for
boys.
Stay hot, baby.
All right. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go hang out with some moms.
Tell the moms we said hi.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Boys and girls, ladies and gents, another fantastic show here from Alma Mater.
You're not allowed to leave.
Them Gator boys stay hot. Y'all be good. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. I don't know where we're going to live yet, but we won't be able to live as long as we were today, but we will be going live all overall up. Hope to see you guys there, boys and girls. Peace and love, baby.